Hello everyone and welcome back to the Osumania 7 Key World Cup 2022. We're here with the last block of the matches for the round of 16. I'm Potassium F, commentating here again with Cryolian. Hi Cryo.
Hey. What's up?
Doing pretty good so far. Matches have been quite exciting, actually. A couple of those in particular there. Saw a little bit of a seed upset as well. Spain versus Japan.
And that match was so close, literally seconds away from a tiebreaker, but stuff had to happen, unfortunately, for Spain.
Speaking of seed upsets, this would be the biggest one of all if Switzerland could bring it home here against South Korea, but it is definitely going to be a monumental task.
Major uphill battle. That itself is an understatement.
Yeah, so obviously South Korea being the tournament favorites, coming in the first seed, getting number 1 on 5 of the 8 qualifier maps, and Switzerland coming in just barely making it into the top 16 here at 16th place, and also only with 2 players in, so they are going to be struggling quite a bit against South Korea, I would imagine.
Yeah, having to play all the maps, not having anyone to swap out for, they might probably be a little bit fatigued as the matches go on, if it takes a long time.
Yeah, and like even though it is the first round, really, some of these maps are actually quite physically demanding, so the stamina aspect as well in a best of 13 can really crush your score sometimes towards the end here.
Yeah, it's a little bit different from all the previous iterations of 7 Key NWC, where we start off round of 16 with a first to 6, basically. However, the one thing that does not change is that the winner of the road picks first and bans second. I think South Korea did not get the memo, trying to ban first, which is not happening.
Yeah,
no.
Well, to be fair, I think the bans and picks for both teams are quite clear, or will be quite clear. We do see Switzerland banning here one of the rice maps, which makes a lot of sense.
For sure. You have to mitigate the damage as much as you can.
And to no one's surprise, South Korea banning the one category they did not come first in, which is the LNs. And I feel like this is going to be pretty cut and dry with the picks as well. South Korea having their biggest weakness, their only real weakness they showed was in the LNs. And Switzerland more comfortable with the LNs than everything else, I would imagine, given their qualifier standing.
Yeah, but still, South Korea with their long milk V7 is still nothing to scoff at.
Oh, it is still really high.
It might not be as comfortable as a rice pick, but they still can definitely hold their own very well.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard for Switzerland either way, but yeah, weakness in massive quotation marks right there, because it's weakness meaning the only one that any team in the world managed to beat them on.
Definitely. Alright. So starting off, first pick for South Korea, Attraction or Attractor Dimension. Rice 1, the speed pick.
Straight away with the speed pick, they're looking to really, I guess, hit on the accuracy component here. Obviously South Korea, very, very strong with their accuracy.
Yeah, I think, in fact, I don't even think it's like, just purely based on accuracy. The density is also pretty harsh on, at least for Switzerland, I would say. So like they're just instantly going for something where they know they're capable of, whereas Switzerland might have a little bit of trouble keeping up with it. Also, South Korea, their team has 2 1-digits in their team, with Dresser and YC1155 both being number 2 and number 4 respectively in the global leaderboard.
Yeah, and that is really scary.
That alone is enough to send a lot of people down into spiraling fear.
Yeah, you can imagine what it's like being in the lobby right now with you have two single-digit numbers next to their names. But we're still waiting. It looks like South Korea waiting for their second player to come in. Looks like it's going to be YZ actually from the chat, which is interesting. I don't think YZ played in any of the Rice maps in the qualifiers. But we will see them here now. Dressurf obviously being the other one in the lobby here for South Korea, while Switzerland doesn't really have much of a choice with their players.
Stuck with Gamer97 and Acario for the whole match.
Yeah, two exceptionally strong players though. If you were to pick any two players, just those two actually being enough to be in the top 16 is an extremely impressive accomplishment.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Acario and Gamer, they both not new in the World Cup scene. They've been basically the backbone for Team Switzerland since ever.
There's been not even just 7-key World Cup. I think the same pair has kind of showed up in 4-key World Cups as well in the past.
Yeah, they have.
So it's just been really these two players holding it down for Switzerland, keeping the entire country on their back for several years now. And we'll see how they do on this first map, South Korea's pick.
Yeah, South Korea's pick. So, Attractive Dimension, you're going to see a lot of single streams at the start with quite a few chords. So, right off the bat, we see a pretty dense section going in. Not this one, but just after this one.
And at 290 BPM, we are starting extremely fast.
Yeah, here we go. A lot of these broken snare patterns.
Ooh, actually,
Gamer up.
Yeah, both of the Switzerland players struggling a little bit to keep up, both below 99%, and Gamer, of course, with that early miss as well. While in comparison, South Korea, 299s, 99.6 and 99.8 from Dressurf right now.
Yeah,
currently part of that.
Yeah, there's not a lot has happened, but yeah, there is still a pretty big score discrepancy between both teams right now.
Gamer97 finding another few misses actually in a row here. Transitioning into this little bit of a trill section.
Yeah, this trill section, the first one will definitely catch you off guard if you're not prepared for it. Really,
they are extremely
right there.
fast, so you do need to be really focused to be able to hit them. And oh, that's a miss for Akero. No more full combos from the Switzerland team now.
And still being perfect over on South Korea side. No drop combos as of yet.
Not even any drop accuracy for South Korea.
Yeah, why is that did drop down below 99.7, but that's still a really good score in comparison to both players from Switzerland. Almost 2% better accuracy.
Yeah, for both players as well. Is looking quite dominant for this first pick so far. South Korea actually looking like they're on pace for two 990k scores.
This ending part is also a little bit dense, but shouldn't really be much of an issue for YZ or Dressurf at all.
Actually, all four players hitting them really well.
Final section, a little bit more broken streams and these 5-note sweeps here.
As those sweeps can be absolutely brutal on accuracy, but 1-200 for both of the players in South Korea.
Yeah, both players.
Exceptionally strong team score. This is scary to go up against. This is one that
Yeah,
not really many teams could really compete with at all.
it's definitely going to be hard for whoever faces South Korea next.
But it was just the first pick. It was South Korea's own pick, so Switzerland now have the opportunity to pick what they want to pick. Wonder if they're going to go with one of the LN picks, maybe Himeboshi. I would like to see Himeboshi coming out. It's a cool map to watch.
Yeah,
The old
it looks cool, but it's also probably one of the most riskiest picks. But yeah, if anything, I would imagine Switzerland being the one to pick that.
Yeah, I think especially after that performance from South Korea, I don't think Korea is going to need to jump around too much with their picks. They can really just stick with what they're good at in that sense. But it looks like Switzerland's going to go with one of the hybrids, actually, in Tenku no Yuake.
Yeah, I was not expecting it. Not expecting that.
Yeah, there's an interesting pick. This hybrid, obviously containing a lot of different, like both Rice and the LNs. And when you're trying to challenge South Korea on, just overall versatility, kind of hard to get them beaten at that regards.
Yeah, this was not something that I saw, not something I predicted, but it is what it is. They might have a sort of a secret weapon choosing this.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe this just has their best scores on it, the most comfortable with this map. And of course, being a very, very different map from the first one we saw, maybe we can potentially see some really high scores from the Switzerland side.
Yeah, potentially time for Kario and Gamer to show out their LN prowess.
Yeah, and we
Even
do
if
have
this is a hybrid class.
Estonians coming in here, switching in for Dress Surf as well.
And why is that? Just can't get enough of Attracted Dimension.
He's gone off to play the same map again. Okay, we're getting into it now. Both teams perfectly tied. Very close map so far.
0 points. Not sure if that is actually an early accuracy break by Gamer, but less than those intro LNs, his accuracy went down below 99%.
Yeah, it did look like that was real. Oh no, it's jumped back up again. So it was Klein in the end. 99.6.
All right.
A little bit lower than South Korea. I mean, South Korea right now, 99.9 for both players.
Yeah.
And that's rough for Switzerland. Both players missing.
That was like a 1-2 punch to their combo.
Oh, and repeated misses here from Akira, not having the best of times with this LN section, actually.
Yeah, this Tenku no Yuake's LNs and Rice, they're like interchanging. You go into Rice and then you come out of it. It's going straight into long nose. They're like alternating between the Rice and LN sections. So yeah, that definitely didn't look good for the Swiss players.
Yeah, there's plenty more LN sections where that one came from. And all gamer now as well with a drop. Both full combos still intact on South Korean side. Switzerland really needs to start holding on to their combos now.
Oh, and this part here with the shields.
Yeah, the shields are going to be rough.
First victim to it. I won't be surprised to see another miss coming at this very section right here, because the single note, the single LN, single shield into LN, that is also a pretty hard thing to do. But apparently, it looks like, or never mind, it looks like Gamer manages to hold it. Can't say the same for Akario.
Yeah,
And
those
hits the end with
single note shields are deceptively hard to actually be able to hit, especially in the middle of all of those LNs and other notes.
with
Looks
everything
like
else going on.
it's going to be the first breakpoint coming in here for South Korea. Another like exceptionally good team score here. Estonians with 1-200, getting just an absolutely
Just
absurd ratio as well.
absolutely phenomenal play. Probably going to be the highest that we see.
And again, this is like almost a 992k average on South Korea. So really like requiring perfection to really be able to beat this version of South Korea we're seeing today. And now they also get another pick of their own, and really they have the board open for them.
If they really want to flex their accuracies, definitely Electro Peaceful or Lost Memory is a very good pick. The Lost Memory being basically Court Jacks, South Korea, I would say they would definitely have no problems 997 or above for both players even.
We have seen a lot of misses happening on Lost Memory as well, though, that have cost the match for the team with the higher accuracy. So for now, they're actually going to go for Sanji Junihun.
Yeah, a little bit of the technical side. Vocal dumps, I mean.
Yeah, very technical, very dump heavy map, and a OD 8.5 exceptionally hard to be able to act.
Not to mention the snapping is pretty difficult as well. It's not. It won't be much of a surprise to see people already dropping 200s within the first 30 seconds.
Oh, absolutely. Some of the snapping is just so extremely weird, and it's not all the notes are really snapped specifically to a certain sound, which can really throw some people off as well.
Yeah, that is the nature of dump mapping.
Yeah. And those sweeps as well. I've seen some absolutely brutal 200 rushes on those sweeps. It is so easy to do.
Right, and here we go. Sanji Junihun. Also, shout out to Ganyu.
We're seeing 0133 joining in for South Korea now. So all 4 South Korea players making their appearance, just rotating out one by one. And yes, shout out to Ganyu from Genshin Impact.
Still waiting on the client to start the map. It's gonna be any second now.
And there's the 200s at the start we see from both Gamer and 0133 actually.
Oh yeah, 0133 also dipping below the 99% mark.
It'd be very hard to adjust to a map like this early on just from the intro, so quite easy
as it goes further into the map, you start to get a feeling of the rhythm a little bit better.
But at
you
the
can
same
start building your act from there.
Yeah, at the same time, the density does pick up later on, so still going to be extremely easy to drop that accuracy down. But so far, Estonians with 99.9. Yep, there it is. Oh,
yeah, here we go.
But just as I say that, that's a miss.
And it's from Estonians.
Both of the Switzerland players with full combos now, but the accuracy is still well in favor of South Korea. Might not be enough to actually switch the lead over to Switzerland.
Yeah, also not to mention, Estonians dropped his combo right before the 400 combo, so that won't be able to get the full benefit of the score bonus from Score V2. And now, as I say that, Gamer trades it with a miss of his own.
One miss for either team, but the accuracy well in favor of South Korea. Estonians, despite that one miss, still with the highest accuracy in the entire lobby there.
Yeah, these sort of tricky snaps are of no issue to him. Akario, in fact, finds themselves another break right before this 6-note sweep. But that is it's pretty much trivial to these teams right now.
Switzerland really needing to hope for a few more breaks to come in, and probably also some accuracy drops, but we're already more than half of the way through the map. There is still plenty of choke potential left in the map.
Yeah, definitely. Wow. We had to see to the... Yeah, actually this part right here was a really big one.
For the game of the one.
The only one finding that miss.
And Akiro finding the miss right after as well. Now, even if both South Korean players miss a huge amount, I don't think there's really enough time in the map for Switzerland.
Yeah, definitely doesn't look like it. Now, we are going to be looking at 0133 to see if the final section here, the hardest part of the map, whether he will trip up from that or not. Especially with those triple jacks on the outer, this part right here.
Oh, those are rough.
Oh, breached through that just like a champion. Yeah, in fact, everyone just got through that. No issues whatsoever.
And Estonians actually maintained that accurate 1-200 with the one miss.
Wow.
And 207 300s as well. 0133 as well with the full combo and 10 200s only. And actually Estonians getting the highest score in the lobby just with that incredibly good accuracy, even with the miss.
Yeah, who needs full combos?
Ack game. That's what this map is right now.
Truly. And with it being 3-0 right now, things are looking a little bit dire for Switzerland as they try to salvage what they can by picking Moon.
It's going to be Moon. We're going to see the first full LN map, the more density-focused one of the bunch. We did see a little bit of struggle happening on some of the LN sections in Tenku before, so we'll see if Moon is any different here for Switzerland. See if they can pick up their accuracy a little bit here.
Yeah, if releases are Switzerland's less favorite LN skill set, this one should be still fine. With LN density, the releases aren't as strict as something like, Himiboshi or what was that LN? What's the other LN one? Yoake. Yeah, that one.
There's two Yoakes in the pool, actually, yeah.
Yoake knows that.
Yes.
There we go.
But this one definitely going to be one. At ODE 6.5 as well, accuracy is going to be a little bit less relevant than something like Sanji Junihun that we just saw. More about trying to maintain that combo and just having your accuracy decent enough to be able to capitalize on a mistake from the other team.
Yeah, as the countdown starts, we'll see if Switzerland will be able to pull it off. Ooh, Estonians with the first note 200, giving Switzerland the very, very early lead.
Already tying his 200 count for Sanji Junihun in the very first note.
Yeah.
But it looks like South Korea very quickly taking that lead back. Akira actually finding an early miss there as well. Gamer now following.
Another 1-2 punch to their combo.
South Korea just looking so comfortable on every single pick.
Akario, another one more miss. South Korea still going strong. Gamer doing their absolute best trying to catch up to them. Akario finds another break.
About a 1% difference per person here from the South Korea and Switzerland. So this is a very significant accuracy lead, even ignoring the combo breaks that are happening. But Gamer now actually stabilizing the combo very well, holding above 1.5k reaching now.
Yeah, accuracy still does leave a little bit to be desired, though that UR bar is still quite spread out. But I mean, LN density, you're definitely bound to see quite a few of that regardless of the player. It's all a matter if you can reduce the amount of 200s that you're getting from the LNs.
Yeah, definitely. When you have as many notes coming at you as this, right? Both the initial presses and the releases, it's very hard to hit all of them as precisely as you would another map.
Yeah, especially like with different 1/4s, 1/4 LNs and 1/2s being thrown in there. There's a lot to keep track of as well. But with that, South Korea does take their 4th point.
Yeah, there's going to be a double FC as well from South Korea. Once again, 991k from Estonians there. And they've just been so ridiculously consistent on every single map. And it's their pick again. 4-0 now.
Oh, what is it gonna be? I mean, there's like three possible choices I can see right off the bat, right up there. Oceanus, Electro Peaceful, and Lost Memory. Definitely gonna go for one of that.
Just any of the rice definitely will be a very good pick for South Korea here. Looks like it is going to be Lost Memory, actually. We're going for the Jack map.
Jack map. Definitely predicting very high scores from South Korea.
We are going to see some exceptionally high scores. The ratios we've seen have been high in general from them so far. When we have a map that's this easy to ratio, consistent. I would say. Yeah, very consistent snapping. So they'll definitely be looking to try and flex their ratios on this map. As long as there are no misses, that can definitely happen. And a map that's only 2 minutes long as well. Switzerland just need to try and maintain their combo through the whole thing with decent enough accuracy, which shouldn't be too hard for them.
Yeah, here we go. Lost Memory. Time to see if Switzerland can do the impossible, quote unquote. Because really, anything can happen.
You never really know.
Yeah, starting here is just filler, very basic patternings. Nothing hard at all. At least until around 600-ish notes. That's where the real chord jack starts. But for now, we see Estonians who just lost his 100% accuracy.
Yeah, like 250 notes in. Very nice start to the map from Estonians. They're actually going back up to 100, rounded up.
Oh, wow, okay. Okay.
But actually, Switzerland holding very good accuracies as well. 99.86, 99.81. Close behind, but yeah, South Korea holding that one rounded 100% at 99.92.
Yeah, they are close, but here we go. We're starting out with the long jacks.
Here we are.
So far, I haven't really seen anybody rushing or dragging these too badly. But here we go, starting up with the chord jack.
It's really going to be if anyone finds any misses towards these, these chord jacks here, and Gamer actually going to be the first one.
Finds one.
It's a clean miss, but it's a miss nonetheless. If you give South Korea even a little bit, it's going to be hard to come back from that.
Yeah, South Korea are just going to run away with it. Almost 1/4 of the map left, and Estonians still at 99.99. Possible he might be going back up to 100%.
This is ridiculous.
that you are, Bar, is just absolutely not moving from the center at all. Gamer finds another break, not looking good once again. Akario is also still holding that full combo with actually pretty good accuracy as well, 9.89. But when you're going up against someone like Dresser or Estonians, that's just not good enough.
Yeah, Cairo actually with a fantastic score of its own right there, but
Estonians
9!
sub 10.
It's a single
Sub 10.
digit. 999.7 thousand points for Estonians here. 9,300s is absurd.
Yo, you don't just... Okay, it is Estonians. You should expect at least that much.
Yeah, no,
But like,
no team's beating this team score. This is ridiculous.
It's just mind blowing to see that in person.
And Dress Surf as well, 61,300s, double S. Akira actually doing really well as well, but unfortunately, it's not the team that you can realistically beat. It seems.
Yeah, the Akaru score is also insane. Don't get me wrong, but South Korea just whole different level. With that, it is now 5-0.
Yeah,
Not sure what Switzerland has left in the tank.
It's like almost a 999k average. Have we even seen a 999k single score on that map yet?
I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah, let alone a team average. Oh my god.
Team average, no way. We have
absolutely
not seen that.
Not even close. But here we go now, 5-0 up for South Korea. Switzerland, this is potentially going to be their last pick now, so they're going to have to think carefully about what they want to go for here.
Yeah, I mean, they have to give us a reverse sweep, and then it all will start from the moment they pick that one map, probably Himiboshi. Never mind. It is Electro Peaceful.
Oh, we're going right back to one of the easier maps in the pool here.
Yeah, one of the easiest, potentially, in my personal opinion, it is also the easiest one. Also very straightforward. It's basically court streams at 160 BPM. Nothing too out there.
It's fairly comfortable BPM. Mostly pretty standard patterning as well, and I don't think there's really any difficulty spikes to really speak of either.
But yeah, this is also very consistent in terms of density. It doesn't really spike, it doesn't really dip that hard. It's kind of basically just, chord streams, here you go, from start to finish.
This is going to be looking pretty dangerous. After what we just saw, I am pretty terrified of Estonians right now.
Yeah, no cap. Estonians is probably one of the best tournament players. They've also played like 2019, 2018. And their performance is just absolutely stellar.
Yeah, easily one of the best players we've seen so far in this tournament. Even, yeah, absolutely crushing every map he's played so far, actually. So we'll see. One ends up happening here on Electro Peaceful, another one that has very high potential for insanely high accuracy.
Yeah, I'm expecting another V1SS from both South Koreans actually. It's up to Switzerland to see if they can match that.
Switzerland's gonna have to. Well, they're gonna really be hoping for some kind of choke to come out of South Korea, but it doesn't really seem like the map that they would choke on.
Yeah, if anything, Himiboshi has a lot more choke potential, but that also comes with the risk of Switzerland choking themselves.
Yeah, definitely. There's always a double-edged sword picking those high-risk maps.
Once again, starting off, early lead for South Korea. 200 notes in, we still see 99.94 from Dresser, 99.98 from Estonians. It's pretty much expected. Estonians being the sharpshooter for South Korea.
99.7 here for Akero as well, holding a really good score himself, but Gamer actually finding a miss, dropping down to 99. That was a very heavy accuracy drop.
Yeah, that one hit him pretty hard. Just like that, South Korea is going to extend their lead by a pretty sizable one.
And still holding that 99.95 for both South Korean players as well, with
And
those
now-
full combos.
Now 99.94, they are virtually tied with each other. Or not anymore.
They're taking turns, swapping their accuracies around.
Yeah,
everyone's
at this
seeming
point,
to-
at this point, it doesn't look like there's going to be any close happening whatsoever. The rest of the map is still pretty standard. That's pretty much this for the entire duration.
Yeah, Cryolium trying his best there to curse South Korea right there.
Oh, no. No, definitely not.
No chokes
yeah,
will
that-
happen
yeah,
right
that was-
now.
Yeah, I was actually not expecting the miss to happen now, but previously, like a few hundred notes before, with that like trill with the 5 notes, then 2 notes. I don't know what to call that.
Yeah, unfortunately, Gamer missing at the end there as well, and that's going to seal the deal here. South Korea just being just ridiculously strong, I guess as expected as well. 2 997k scores on this last map here.
And V1SS from Estonians, 1 200 from Dresser. That is just pretty much insurmountable at this point.
Yeah, Akero score again, 988k. Extremely good score against most other teams, right? That
Yeah,
would
definitely.
be really strong
988K
against all
would-
other teams.
It would be able to contend at least some other higher seeded teams.
But at the end of the day, it is South Korea they are versing, and they will complete the sweep here. 6-0, and they'll continue on in the winners bracket. While Switzerland, unfortunately, is knocked down to the losers bracket. They still do have a chance, though, against their opponent next week.
I believe right now Korea will be going up against Canada, if I'm not mistaken.
That's going to be an
Oh,
interesting
there they
match,
are.
yeah.
That means it will be Switzerland taking on Brazil in the losers bracket.
Oh, that is actually another scary matchup there. Brazil, another one of those very scary, like higher seeded teams coming into the tournament in that very close match against Canada that they had. So then only 2 matches left of the weekend here. We can see both of them coming up in this same block. Thailand versus Russia next in 21 minutes, and then Philippines versus Poland to decide the last winners of this weekend. So until we get to that point, we will be having a bit of a break for 21 minutes, about 20 minutes, and we'll be back after that. So make sure you stay tuned, and we'll see you soon.
The knowing feeling could make you fall from the dreamy skies. Suddenly the deepness can't get through. Realize I'll fall along with you, and we're looking into cold green eyes.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the second last match of the round of 16 in the Mania 70 World Cup 2022. I am once again Potassium F, here joined by Raviel.
Hello, I am back. We're gonna do this.
Back here for what could be an exciting match here. Thailand versus Russian Federation here. This is seed 5 of Thailand versus the 12th seed. So a little bit of a gap, but not so much as the match that we just saw before.
Ah yes, the Korea and Switzerland match, yeah. So this could also be pretty interesting. We do see a few familiar faces from back in the 7K days, like Lost Cool.
Yeah, Lost Cool's still extremely good at the game, clearly, getting some ridiculously good performances on the qualifiers we saw last week. And on the Russian side, we of course have Mage. I think Mage has been playing for quite a while now.
Yeah, Mage is pretty experienced. I've had the unfortunate experience of having to fight them before. So I know their ability, but their 7K ability is also up there, that's for sure.
Yeah, very high up there, definitely. Thailand, though, being the one to really excel, especially in the LNs in qualifiers.
Oh yeah.
I think overall, getting the second best LN qualifier results of any team.
Yeah, they were second place
basically-
on Farewell, third on 7th Coast, yeah.
Yeah, basically, it was basically the strongest team in LNs. Because although Malaysia did get better than them, I think by the stats, they're basically tied.
Yeah,
In
it's like
terms of
Thailand second and third, Malaysia third and second.
Yeah. So easily one of the strongest LN teams in this tournament here in Thailand, and Russia, very well-rounded overall. Not any particular skill set that really stands out as being better than others, and that kind of means that Russia gets to pick whatever they're comfortable with, really, and I guess can pick away from Thailand's strengths if they wanted to.
Very high rolls actually, Mage of 94, Lost Group 85. But that means that Russia will win the roll. Thailand will be banning first.
First ban from Thailand here. Wonder what they'll decide to ban. I can only imagine it'll be one of the Rice maps.
It has to be one of the Rice maps. They need to play the LN to their advantage, so... let's call it Lost Memory, because I feel that Lost Memory is such a coin flip.
I would say Russia probably going to be banning either Yoaka no Uta or Himaboshi.
Yeah, one of the two releases, yes.
But what Thailand bans?
I think Lost Memory is just way too risky to kind of go for, because it's
Lost
such
Memory
an accuracy
has-
battle.
Yeah, it has been one that we've really seen coin flip back and forth a little bit, but we're actually seeing Sanji Junihun.
Yeah. pretty understandable. This one's a pretty tech-based map, very accuracy-heavy when it comes to the snaps.
Has been one that we've seen played a lot, actually.
Yes.
More than I would have thought. It is a very weird map to be able to play. Very accuracy intensive as well, with the weird snappings everywhere, but it's going to be off the table for now. And Russia, they're going to pick which LN map they want to ban here. And it's actually not going to be any of them. We're actually going to see another ice ban. We're going to see two. Yeah, we're seeing two of them. Two ice bans
really
here.
Interesting. Okay.
All the LNs are on the table.
They're leaving LNs open.
I'm excited. I want to see Himeboshi come out.
Oh, I think Thailand are probably going to open with that, but we'll have to see what happens when they do get their pick.
Russia.
It is going to be
I wonder what
Russia
Russia's. Yeah, I wonder what Russia's game plan is here after banning that rice map. See what they want to pick.
Lost Memory? I want
That
to see
is,
Lost Memory.
Yeah, that's one that actually can go either way. We've seen most players being relatively comfortable, you know, with their 200 counts and all that, and ratio on the map, but really has come down to combo in a lot of matches we've seen so far. So we're just waiting on that first pick.
Yeah, I think maybe Russia are thinking whether or not to play it safe.
Yeah, we are really limited now in the rice pool.
Yep.
Just a
We
bit.
have two COD streams. We have a speed. We have the COD Jack.
All the simpler picks, I guess, in a way, are still up for the rice pool.
Also, the hybrids are open. All three of them.
Yeah, hybrids haven't really been seeing much attention as far as the bans are concerned, but so it looks like it's going to be Attracted Dimension.
Ooh. Huh.
Going with the speed first.
Okay, I mean, I can see why. I think that's a pretty okay choice to open up with.
Yeah, Russia actually one of their better scores being Scarlet Tempest
Yeah.
in their qualifiers, so perhaps maybe a little bit more comfortable with the speed, the less dense speed picks.
Yeah, so for Scarlet Tempest, Lost Crew and Mitsuki played that, and we do see them in the lobby right now.
Yeah, I think actually for Thailand, Moscow and Mizuki played almost all of the qualifiers.
Yeah.
It's been the power pair so far for Thailand. Whereas Russia has had, I think, a little bit more switching out. Mage is the one consistent thing that I would expect to see throughout most maps for Russia. They have some flexibility with their second player.
Yeah. That being Legend 27. Who was their second player for Scarlet Tempest, so hence the swap in for Russia.
But we'll see how they fare with these
Let's
ones,
go,
because
yeah.
this is 290 BPM. No joke.
Streams in very quick succession, you get breaks in between, but otherwise it's just pure concentration on the speed. Right off the bat.
Yeah, when it comes to streams this fast, it becomes very hard to control.
And we already see Legend 27 struggling with the accuracy down to 99.3. Mitsuki and Mage around the middle of the board with Lost Crew 99.8.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of players there, Mizuki, Legend 27, and Mage, all holding around mid 99s. Mozcool right now is the one that's really pulling himself ahead with 99.7. That's giving Thailand a little bit of an advantage.
Final stream, catching no one. Oh, Lost Cool actually picked up a little bit of an accuracy drop, now tying with Mitsuki in accuracy.
Legend 27 lagging a little bit behind, but it's a very small advantage so far. But,
Oh, it's a miss from each.
one of the first
Those
trills
very
there.
quick. Yeah,
Very hard to transition into those trills if you're not really prepared for them there. Mage unfortunately gets that one miss, another miss coming out now, and that's going to be a pretty large lead for Thailand.
Lost Cool has been losing accuracy steadily though, down to 9.5 now. This team with the highest accuracy in the lobby. As we end this section.
Those couple of breaks there from Mage. Accuracy, it doesn't matter too much if Lost Cool drops a little bit more accuracy. It's mainly about holding on to that combo. Because a combo break from Thailand is going to be the one way that Russia manages to get back into this map.
Going into the Kiai.
This is the last opportunity here. It's going to need to be a miss pretty quickly if Russia want to be able to come back in this match.
Yeah, it needs to be soon as well. Otherwise, accuracies have been pretty steady across the board.
Yeah, we do see
Wait, the
Lost
5
Cool,
notes?
Mizki, Legend 27. Oh, Mizki actually dropping a lot of back right there.
Oh.
Those are really easy to rush.
That was close. Okay, 5 note bursts one more time. See if anyone chips on those.
Oh, there's
No
a few
one.
200s coming in
Yeah,
there
I
from
saw a few
Mizki,
200s.
but no misses, and that's all that really mattered in that situation there. We see Thailand actually getting the very first point as a break point as well. Legend 27 actually beating Mizki in the end in the accuracy. But it was those misses that really made most of that difference there. 200 counts actually basically tied between the two teams.
Very close, yeah. It was just those misses from Mage contributing to the extended 20k point lead that Thailand had.
Now we're in a
That was
scary
perfect.
position where Thailand is 1-0 up and they get their own pick of any of the 4 LN maps in the
Yeah. That's what happens when you don't ban any of the LNs. You have that liberty. White Rose, they are not going for LN. Okay.
Okay, what's going on?
What a way to make me
We
sound like a
just
clown.
ignore LNs don't exist in the pool. Let's just remove LNs.
What
from the pool,
LNs?
and
What
let's
LNs?
just play Rice and hybrids. Let's let's remove all the bans from the LNs. Let's not pick it. Completely ignore them. White Rose coming in here. One that is actually quite technical, pretty hard to be able to pull off as well. And a very good mix of both kind of Rice and LN. And I mean, both of these teams are quite well rounded, so I expect both of them to be able to play this, but you know, it's just how well, right?
Yeah, it is also a pretty short map, so very little room for error as opposed to the other maps in the hybrid section.
Yeah, when it comes to maps less than 2 minutes especially, you know, you get one miss and that could swing that lead back really quickly.
You see a swap from Russia, you see Alumnus in. Otherwise, doesn't seem like there's going to be any changes. We'll be starting really soon. This is basically samba, swing, rhythm-ish chord stream with LNs, with a drum solo that's fully Rice, and piano notes mapped to LNs. I think I just summarized the entire map, basically.
And here we go. And an
That's an
early
early
miss.
drop. Yep, early miss from Alumnus. It actually does seem like Alumnus is rushing, or well, maybe releasing these LNs a bit too early. So is Mitsuki.
Yeah, everyone actually finding some small drops here and there on the LNs especially. Lost Cool though.
Lost
Still
Cool
on that
keeping their cool.
99.7, just about. And that's after a few 200s I saw there. That was a 99.8 just before. As we said, this is a very short map, so that early miss from Alumnus, even though it was really early in the map, it will have a pretty big impact if things continue the way they are right now.
Yeah, you can already see the lead being about 20,000 points. That's already halfway in. And now we're going into the jump solo. This could be an accuracy builder or an accuracy killer, depending on the skill set that you main. It does seem like everyone is picking up accuracy. Now we have the piano with the LN.
Alumnus dropping a little bit in accuracy though, towards the end of that solo. It does seem like in general this accuracy advantage, mostly by Lost Cool here, still holding that 99.7. Alumnus finding a break now, another one. And as we're so late in the map now, it doesn't really matter if Thailand, both of their players could miss right now. It wouldn't mean anything because there's simply not enough time in the map.
Yeah, and they won't miss. Lost Cool just shy of the 990k. Otherwise, a
dropping
very
in
solid
accuracy
team score.
right at the end from Lost
Yeah.
Cool there, but still 8,200 is extremely impressive. Right,
Yeah,
we
that's
see
a really solid
Mage
pick.
And yeah, Mage and Miski also getting the FCs there, both performing really well. But at the end of the day, 2-0 up for Thailand, still holding strong. And now it's back to Russia's pick. Are we going to continue this this weird game of ignore the LN picks? I think
Ignore
we might.
anti-LN spray, yeah.
Anti-LN spray.
Well, we have 3 Rice, 2 hybrids, and a lot of LN. But I don't think Russia will want to go for any LN. Probably just gonna be Rice again.
This
Maybe
is
lost
just
memory?
weird. This is
Yeah.
crazy to me that none of the LN has been touched whatsoever. When we have one of the best
Okay.
LN teams right here. The player that got the #1 and the #2 score on stage 4.
Yeah. So they asked asking for an invite for Legend 27, so I assume it's gonna be a Rice pick.
Yeah, Legend 27 definitely one of their Rice specialists in Russia there.
And it's Oceanus. So we
Okay,
have
going,
dense costumes.
going with the fast chord streams here.
Yep,
210
BPM.
Not quite as dense as Electro Peaceful, but the speed definitely makes up for that difficulty.
Yeah, and this is the shortest map of the entire pool as well. And once that Ki kicks in, you have no break. So it's all about the control of the chord streams. And it also gets progressively harder.
Yeah, so Russia's definitely going to need to try to keep on to their combos this time. Because Thailand's had the better accuracy, but it's not been by an unbeatable amount. There's definitely potential for Russia to come back in this with a slip up from one of the Thailand players. We'll see if that ends up happening here.
Oh,
And
and you say that?
Lost
That's
Cool
the first miss
actually.
of Lost Cool.
Yeah, and
Out of
all
all
four
the players.
all 4 players holding similar accuracies as well. That means that Russia is just going to get a direct advantage from that.
Okay, that's a interesting drop.
It was an early drop though, so it's not going to count
Yeah.
for the full 400 combo, but it is a short map. So it is going to matter quite a lot. Russia just needs to keep up these combos, keep up the accuracies well enough for the rest of the map, but that's easier said than done.
But right now, Russia having pretty decent accuracies. Thailand overall accuracy is still better. Just that one miss from Lost Cool. Now we're going into the Ki section. No breaks from here on out. So it's just costume after costume.
Lost Cool is mad right now. This accuracy is just rising up higher and higher, 99.7
Lost
now.
Cool is upset. They are mad that they missed and now they have the highest accuracy in the lobby.
But is it going to be enough to bring it back just with accuracy? So far, Russia's managed to maintain this lead. Legend 27 holding really strong accuracy. Mage not far behind either. It's looking like it's so far good enough to hold on to this lead. We're at the end of the map now. They just need to hold on.
We still
for a
got one
little
more
bit
section
longer.
though. There's a 1-6 piano.
Oh, it's flickering back. Mage drops a
There's
couple
a 1-6
200s
piano.
there.
The 1-6 piano. Does anyone miss on it?
Oh, those 200s.
That's an accuracy drop on Mage.
Oh, that was a
That's
huge
enough.
accuracy drop, and that's enough just barely for Thailand to take it back, and that was so close. Unfortunate 200s right there. Double FC from Russia. Really good scores, actually. 991 from Legend 27.
This is
But
where
it is that
combo doesn't
small
mean
accuracy
everything.
lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that miss from Lost Cool was any later than it was, this would have probably been a point for Russia, you would have to imagine.
It would be extremely close. They're going for Moon now, Thailand. Finally bringing out
Yeah,
the
now
LN.
we're going straight for the LN, although it's the least LN map out of them. I want to see one of the exciting ones. I want to see him Russian, but you know, they don't care what I think. It's gonna be Moon. It's gonna be the density pick. Another one that I'm sure Thailand are very, very comfortable with. So definitely a good pick here for them.
Yeah, so this is dense streams, but the bulk of the difficulty really comes from reading the 1/4 of the half LN snaps.
Yeah, definitely one of those reading focused maps rather than the accuracy and coordination that some of the other ones require.
Yeah, with Kimi Boshi being very slow, with inverse as well, you have Yosuke no Uta with some right slams with the releases, and you have Ohio, which is basically just a mixed kind of LN pick.
It's just everything thrown at you at once.
Yeah. Going for Moon, I'll say this is Island's safest bet. Or LN,
Yeah, Moon definitely the one that I feel like a lot of countries would feel like is more comfortable than any of the other ones, the other LN picks. Some of those LN maps can be absolutely brutal.
But yeah, we get to finally see some of that Thailand LN in action, as well as the Russian LN to see.
Let me see how Russia, because even though we've been saying Thailand is very good at LN, Russia is not bad at all at LN either. As I said before, they are a very well-rounded team. They can basically play any skill set. So we'll see how this ends up going. But definitely the player to watch here being Lost Cool.
Oh yes.
One of the best LN players we have here.
Please tell me, slowly my heart is still midnight, but
So right off the bat, accuracy leads to Thailand, and Alumnus, the only player not holding a 99%.
Struggling a little bit in the accuracy there.
Yeah, they were rushing the intro just slightly. I think now they are kind of stabilizing a little bit, but still, Thailand's accuracies across the board are just unimaginably high for an LN map.
Yeah, holding 99.75, 99.6 on Thailand's side. There's going to need to be some misses if Russia wants to take this back already, it's looking like. Mage still holding strong with 99.5 coming up to now. And Alumnus slowly bringing up the accuracy, but it's not quite going to be enough time to be able to get back on Thailand's accuracy level. Already
But
halfway
the important
through the map,
part,
actually.
the important part for Russia is that they are also holding FCs, which means that if there's a miss from Thailand, things can shake up a little bit.
Yeah, they are in a good position to be able to capitalize, but it does rely on Thailand finding those important misses.
Yeah, that's the risky part, and you can see Alumnus dropping down below the 99 threshold.
And Mizki actually dropping a lot of accuracy as well. Mage now with the higher accuracy of the two.
Indeed, but Lost Cool, like you said.
It's that difference in
And that's a miss
Alumnus
from
actually
Alumnus.
finding the break there, and that's really going to seal the deal here. Lost Cool is just too comfortable right now.
Yeah, that miss from Alumnus did feel a little bit inevitable with the accuracy dropping. But that's the control that Thailand were hoping to get in this map, and they've managed it comfortably with Lost Cool 991.
Only five 200s there, and with
Only
a
five.
pretty fantastic ratio as well. Ratio not the easiest thing to come by in LN maps. Actually very difficult. So that is actually a fantastic ratio from Lost Cool as well. FCs from Mage and Mizkey. Mage with only 14,200 is actually really strong as well.
Yep, it was just that second player that Russia just couldn't capitalize on.
Not quite a second player in Russia that's able to keep up with Lost Cool specifically.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That's what's really making the difference here. And
hardly
now,
any players can keep up with Lost Cool on LN.
Yeah, there are very few players that can.
Very
That's
few.
what makes the team so scary in the LNs right now.
Right, this is back to Russia's pick, and this could be a pretty important one as well.
Yeah, it's already 4-0 now to Thailand, so Russia are really going to want to win a point as soon as possible. Because this could actually be potentially their last pick.
With the way that Oceanus went, I won't be surprised if they went with Electro Peaceful this time.
It's definitely a possibility. Lost Memory also on the board if they want to bank on submissives. We have definitely seen some very strong teams drop submissives on Lost Memory.
Yeah, Lost Memory is the Cod Jack map, so it's either you can play it or, you know, getting that 0001 or 0010, it can happen, those adjustments. I guess gonna wait for a bit, understandably so. Yeah, I'm going for Lost Memory.
Okay, we're going for the Chord Jacks.
Chord Jacks. This was the map that I expected Russia to open up with, honestly.
It's a map that can definitely very quickly swing either way, and I think that Russia, this match specifically, Russia is not, I said it before, they're not that far behind in accuracy.
Definitely
it is
not
mostly
at all.
that LN comfort that we've seen that Thailand have edged out on, and we're actually going to see Karace come in for the first time for Russia.
Oh!
Swapping out for Mage.
Wait, not Mage. Okay, I was expecting Mage to fully play this one. But okay. Maybe this is their best
Maybe
team
some
composition?
Accuracy specialists coming in potentially here.
Yep.
And Thailand looking like they're keeping the same two, Lost Cool and Mizkey. And it's gonna come down to who misses.
Yep. We haven't seen Harlem Shake or Panic P just yet. Just waiting for Karace to load in. There we go. We're going into Lost Memory. So we have about a minute of accuracy builder. And then the next minute is Kojax. So we're gonna wait a while as these players all build up their accuracy.
So this first minute, all about flexing. Who can flex the most? Right now, Russia
Everyone lost 100% already right from the start.
But Russia are doing a pretty good job right now, but basically all four players hovering around 99.9.
Yeah, this is what we mean by accuracy builder. Oh, what are you doing, Mizkey?
Okay, we haven't seen that so far.
We have never seen that before.
So we've always been saying this intro is filler, but you can't be affording to miss still, right?
The good news for Thailand is it's pretty early on, so once we hit the Chord Jacks, maybe things can stabilize, but
yeah, it's very unexpected. But now Russia have one job, and that's to hold combo.
Yes.
It can be very hard to hold combo through the denser chords towards the end, but if they manage to pull it off, this is gonna be a win for them. And now we're getting into it. Oh, that was a bad 200 drop from Karace.
Oh, that's the miss from Karace!
Big miss from Karace. That's gonna swing right back towards Thailand. They're gonna need to hope for another drop.
They need another drop from Mizkey. I think Lost Cool is just a metronome at this point with 99.97.
Yeah, Lost Cool and Legend 27 looking like they're playing really stably so far.
Yeah, it's just between Karace and Mizkey.
Lost Cool especially.
Lost Cool is gaining accuracy.
Gaining accuracy. This is the easy section for him.
And the map is closing out really soon. There needs to be another miss from Thailand's side for any hope for Russia to win.
The accuracies are still very close, but that's not the team that they wanted to miss from. That's gonna seal the deal right now for Thailand. So We're getting towards the very end of the map. The only question is, how many 300s does Lost Cool have?
I am going to say 15. I'm gonna call 15. 22. That is still really good.
That is one of the best we've seen, definitely.
That is, yeah.
Legend 27 as well with the double S with a really good ratio as well. 997k from them. Just the unfortunate
Mitsuki.
couple of misses there that really cost that point. And it is going to be 5-0 up for Thailand. Russia, the reverse sweep starts now.
Yep, and they need to win a breakpoint if that's the case.
Yep.
And looking at the amount of LNs remaining,
We've got 3
need to
LNs
mount,
left and 2 hybrids. Thereas Thailand have all the ammunition they need in the world.
Russia will need to play out of their minds.
It's gonna be
Going for Tenko New
pink.
York.
So we're going for another...
Another hybrid.
We're going for another hybrid. Okay.
This
being
one is also kind
potentially-
of LN heavy, yeah.
Yeah, potentially Thailand's last pick as well, so we might have just completely skipped over most of the LN pool this match. But
When
this is
more
definitely
hybrids
one... Yeah, this is
played in
definitely
LN.
a hybrid that mixes both, right? It has a lot
Yeah.
of rice sections, has a lot of LN sections, but it doesn't really require you to do both together that much.
You have like alternating rice and LN sections, you have a chord stream build-up, you have some 1-8 bursts, you have jacks with the LNs,
Oh, we have the shields towards the end.
we have the shields, yes. This is a bit of everything really.
It has a lot of things, and transitioning between each section can be much harder than it looks.
Yep, we do see mains back in for this one. Otherwise, everyone else still staying in their same positions.
Lost Cool is shanking right now.
Lost Cool is shanking. Yeah, we should be good to go.
Yeah, well, actually, looks like Legend 27 is swapping out. Maybe seeing Alumnus coming in for Russia.
Yeah. I think in Lumbus, yeah. You're right. Alright then.
We're getting into it potentially. The last map here in this match, Russia is going to need to win this one to at least get something on the board.
Already early 200s coming from Alumnus. That's gonna give this slight accuracy advantage to Thailand.
Able to catch back up in accuracy pretty fast. Should be able to at least. There's still plenty more sections later in the map where accuracy can tank quite a lot. So you're going to want to keep that as high as possible early on.
Now we see the LNs come in.
And
double
trade.
misses.
Major
Yeah.
Minsky lost
Oh,
Cool
and lost
as well.
Cool!
On the LN.
That's a huge one!
That was 99.8 down to 99.2. That's
Oh
massive.
my
And now
gosh.
Russia. Hello, Russia. In the lead
Alumnus.
right now.
They're holding the FC, yeah, but be careful of accuracies though. The lead might swap back to Thailand just on the accuracy alone.
It's close. It's really close. The accuracy is in Thailand's favor, and the combo advantage, very, very slight for Russia. So Russia really needs to build up their accuracies fast, because Thailand, they're going to be building them up ridiculously fast now. We can already see 99.4 just about reached for both players on Thailand. The Mage dropping an accuracy further down, 99.2 now, and it's going to be back to Thailand's lead as we're getting into these shields. This last section, plenty of potential for more misses to come in, more accuracy drops though as we're getting into the shield section.
Yeah, these jacks can be very brutal. Just watching Thailand, if anything happens, they can definitely swing it back, but
all four players holding on, and that means that unfortunately Thailand are going to take the point. Unfortunately for Russia, that is. And Alumnus with the only full combo that map.
Yeah, lost score with 4 misses. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big drop there, but only 4 200s, and the AK. That AK is what really brought them back into that. Thailand ends up winning the clean sweep 6-0. With a couple of really close maps in there, actually.
Yep. So congratulations to Thailand. Russia will be playing in the losers bracket still. And we do have one more match remaining, and that's happening in half an hour.
Yeah, so that last match is actually going to be the one that decides who these two teams that we just saw is going to play next week. So Philippines versus Poland. The winner is going to be versing Thailand. Loser will verse Russia. So that will be coming up in about 25 minutes. So make sure you stay tuned for that one, and we'll be right back.
Yep, see you all then.
approaching from the sky. Radio contact has been attempted but cannot be established. Instructions are to prepare for an attack by an unknown enemy.
beasts as far as the eye can see. A plague on the surface, a disgusting swarm in the skies. With a crash of thunder, a new demon appears. Unfurling its rotten wings, it lets out a petrifying scream. Time to fight back.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the very last match of the weekend here. Philippines versus Poland to round out the round of 16. I am Potassium F once again, now joined by Sparky. Hello, Sparky.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you. Nice and late at night for me over here in Australia, but different time zones work like that.
Gotta love it. And it looks like we have a very exciting matchup to round out this round of 16. We got Philippines versus Poland. A bit of a discrepancy in terms of the seeding. We got 4 versus, I believe, 13. Correct me if I'm wrong here.
Yeah, 13.
But we hope that this is going to be something a little bit different. I think if we saw that schedule a little bit earlier, we saw sweeps rounding out this later half of the round of 16. But hopefully we get some fireworks to round out this round of 16.
Yeah, and just like the match we saw previously, these two teams both very, very well-rounded. Poland, very kind of similar to Russia, very good at basically every type of map. They perform pretty consistently in qualifiers. And Philippines also scoring very high in a lot of maps. I think a slight edge, or a slight, what would you say, strength for Philippines being in the Rice, but they are still very strong in the LNs.
Yeah, they're staffed by a pretty considerable lineup. I recognize some of these players from either the 4-Key World Cup or just tournaments strewn about in the community. So there are definitely some heavy hitters on both lineups, and it's going to be interesting to see who steps up to the plate to perform, especially now we're getting into the roles. So it looks like they're already getting everything underway in the lobby.
Got a 20 roll from Poland there.
Very powerful. Let's see what Philippines responds with.
We'll see if Kura's bad gacha luck is able to beat out the 20.
It remains to be seen. Who knows? Maybe we have Bancho having a little bit of a break, but no, it looks like they're going to be able to beat that 43. That luck turning in their favor. Hopefully that carries through into the match as well.
So Poland going to get the first ban, and really being a team with no obvious strengths and weaknesses, I would imagine them to ban something that really targets Philippine strengths, but there is the large problem that Philippines, kind of everything is their strength. I would think banning one of the Rice would make a lot of sense, but I think all it really comes down to is what is the comfort levels for Poland here.
Yeah, definitely, especially if they feel like maybe these LNs, like you said, the Rice for Philippines being a strength, but it looks like they're going to get rid of one of the Yaki no Uras. It just depends on which one, the LN or the hybrid one.
Yeah, there are two Yoakes, that's true. But it's going to be the LN map, the Surf Chew heavy release timing oriented map, so definitely one that you can imagine a lot of players are going to be quite uncomfortable on. So maybe Poland players not quite comfortable with that, just get it out of the way and they can work with the rest of the maps on the table.
Yeah, and judging by reaction in the lobby, it might have been a bit of a misban. It looks like the captain for the Philippines just singing the praises of like, thanks for getting rid of that, we didn't want to play it either.
So Philippines probably not going to be picking the LN in much of a hurry either. Maybe we might get a double LN ban.
Could see that. I mean, every match that I've been on to watch, we've seen the teams hovering in that lower half of the map pool, just saving the Rice for later, only when it needs to, just to close out these picks. But it looks like...
Actually, we're going to see Sanji Junihun being banned out here by Philippines. They're not wanting any of that weird technical dump.
Very well, and it looks like everybody seems to be in agreement with that ban as well, so it looks like some mutual respect between the teams, wanting to get rid of some of the more uncomfortable picks, just make this nice and straightforward, take it down to maybe just a ratio battle here.
Yep, a bit of a handshake for both teams there. They were both just like, yep, we don't want to try and play these uncomfortable maps, let's just go for some of the easy ones. Maybe we'll see a Lost Memory come out here, or Electro Peaceful.
Something, but it remains to be seen, and it looks like it's going to be the Philippines' first pick, taking some time to deliberate. Want to make sure they start this match off on the right foot. Meanwhile, we got some smooth jazz in the background, really setting the scene for this first pick to come out.
I'm sure everyone will agree the background playlist has been absolute fire during the breaks.
Yeah, absolutely. And Philippines really taking their time, want to make sure that they get this pick absolutely correct. Might just be a bit of just reassuring. Got to get the players in, got to make sure they're all in the right spot. Want to make sure you get your best players in the best positions to put their best foot forward here. So, not surprising that they're taking a little bit of time. That, or it could just be Banjo not loading the messages.
That's always the possibility, right?
Yeah, we have seen that before, but I mean, it tries its best.
And it looks like they're going with Teroru, actually. Haven't seen this map too much so far in many of the matches, at least I haven't so far. One of the more tricky Rice maps in the pool, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this one definitely one of the less popular picks, but I mean, if it's available, I mean, I've seen it banned in a couple of matches myself, so gonna be nice to see them venturing into the Rice for here. Looks like it's gonna be Kura and Jose coming in for the Philippines. Jose, formerly known as Boji, for those that have been around the block a bit. And it looks like Hudanam and Sid KX coming in for Poland here.
Yeah, Kura and Jose being two names that are very familiar with players that have been following the 4-key Mania World Cup in recent years. Both of them, of course, being extremely good at 7-key in their own right as well.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see how they perform here, both of them on the bottom of the screen here. And while they get everything settled, do you have any expectations for this match, Potassium?
Well, I definitely do think Philippines are the ones favoured to win, being the 4th seed, having such extremely good scores all across the board, but I'm hoping for a few points either way for Poland. See if we can make a nice close match to round out the weekend. We are going to actually get Yamakaze in for Poland instead of Sithek in the end. Hudanam and Yamakaze being the two players who played, I think, every single qualifier map for Poland, so looking like they might keep that team throughout most of the picks in this match as well.
Most likely, it'll be very interesting to see how the team dynamics shape out once we get further into this match. See if we see some of the other players come in, give them their chance to shine. But right now, just make sure everybody's ready. Gotta get them all readied up, and we should get into this first map very soon.
Here we go, first pick for Philippines. So looking to get off to a good start for them.
And here we go. And it looks like Jose taking the first hidden I've seen.
Oh, okay. Interesting, actually. I think most people that opt for lane covers like hidden tend to put it directly into their skin, so it doesn't have that dynamic moving of the lane cover with combo.
Yeah, it can be very discombobulating seeing the playfield slowly trickle upwards, and it looks like Yamakaze going to be the first one dropping a miss here on this first map, giving a very early lead over the Philippines.
Yeah, those jacks can be absolutely brutal. This is 160 BPM jacks, which is extremely fast. Even if they are relatively simple by themselves, that speed is nothing to really scoff at.
Yeah, especially in pressure situations, it's very easy to rush patterns like that. And right now, Philippines really holding it down, 99.8 and 99.78 respectively. Both of them in charge of the accuracy here, and taking a good advantage in the score department as well.
Hudanam is not too far behind still with the full combo as well, behind the Philippines players, but Yamakaze with that miss also struggling a little bit in accuracy. It's giving a sizable advantage right now to Philippines as we're getting in some of these patterns being really physically difficult as well. One of the hardest physical maps of the pool.
Yeah, right now going into the last side of the map, Philippines still holding on to this lead, still holding on to the accuracy advantages. Hudanam doing very well to try and keep up, but that couple of 200s littering their playfield, not going to do much to give Poland any semblance of return into this map. We're already in the last quarter, and it looks like Philippines going to be able to hold this down. Yamakaze dropping again.
Yeah, these Jacks finding one more miss here towards the end of the map, and the Trill catching up Hudanam right at the end of that, and that's going to be basically sealing the deal here for Philippines with that massive accuracy advantage and 2 full combos still, even at that very end of the map.
Yeah, and can we talk for a second, just this crazy performance from Jose coming out right now, 99.8 to round it off. Incredible score.
2 200s only, and I think those are pretty early on in the map as well, gaining accuracy through the entire thing. Kura as well, only 6 200s, and that is just a really, really solid team score from Philippines there.
Absolutely, and they're going to take a quick 1-0 lead now going into this match. Poland up to pick now, got to make sure you get the right pick in here. Last thing you want to do is start off with a break point.
Yeah, thankfully for Poland, there's that was probably the hardest of the rice picks left over here. So they might have a better chance on some of the other rice picks there, but we'll see if Poland want to try and shake things up a bit, maybe delve into one of the LN or hybrids if they feel comfortable with doing so.
Yeah, and I mean, they might have to here. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to break the dichotomy here, and they're going to go with the tractor dimension actually. They're going to stick with the rice here.
Both teams wanting to stick with this rice pool just for now at least. We are going to see the speed pick come out, so much less jacky, much less dense in terms of notes, but definitely very fast, very easy to lose your balance and just completely flub an entire stream when it gets this fast.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a substitution for Poland. CKX coming in to back up Hudanam here. See how they decide to compose themselves, see if they can get themselves back into this match.
We'll see how this substitution ends up going. We still have the same 2 players on Philippines, it looks like, staying in the lobby for now. Kura and Jose. Hudanam was able to put up a really good fight for at least the majority of the first map we saw, so if they're able to keep it up here, there is a potential to capitalize on any mistakes that the Philippines might make on a map such as this.
Yeah, especially in these early rounds, it's one of those cases where misses can prove to be very fatal in certain situations, especially when players of this caliber are able to basically full combo on demand. But in pressure situations, these patterns might be rudimentary and very simple in practice, but when you have to do it on the big stage, that's when everything starts to feel a bit harder.
So we'll see everyone sync up just for now, it looks like.
Yeah, you guys see the EV trickle just a little bit, but right now, very early on in Philippines' favor.
Looks like CTech having a little bit of an accuracy struggle towards the start compared to the other 2 players, other 3 players that is, but still relatively okay, still above 99%. Plenty of time to catch that accuracy back up.
Yeah, and in situations like this, really, if you know that you're going to be having a bit of an accuracy discrepancy, maybe just lagging a little bit behind the rest of the playfield, just holding onto that combo can prove to be very important, especially if the other team starts catching little misses here and there.
Yeah, just keeping within that kind of capitalization range of the accuracy close enough so that the miss can turn the advantage over the other sides. It's like everyone's hitting these trills well. We have seen quite a few chokes on the start of those trills before. Everyone's still on the full combo so far.
Yeah, and everybody navigating the sweeps right afterwards very well. Halfway through the map, Philippines still holding on to the advantage here. Everybody full comboing, but the accuracy proving to be the big difference here.
Yeah, Hudenom keeping up pretty closely with Kura, but it is Jose right now, 99.77%. And that is just not being matched from Poland so far.
Yeah, but going into the last third, I mean, there's still room for opportunity. There are a couple choke points left in this map, so I just gotta stay within that striking distance of Poland doing everything they can to make sure that they are able to capitalize should those come out from the Philippines, but it doesn't look like they're looking to drop anytime soon.
It's gonna have to be immediately if Poland want a chance to come back, because there really is no time in the map left.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes, not a lot of room to work with, and we're down to the last quarter of the map, and I mean, Philippines right now is just putting on a clinic.
And throughout this entire section, Jose is gaining accuracy, some way, somehow. Very slightly up to 99.78 now.
In ways only he can, and I mean, for the fact that all 4 players are full comboing a map like this, I mean, just the fact that we're down to just a ratio battle, I mean, credit to Poland for the full combos, but the accuracy gonna be carrying Philippines through in the end, and they take the first breakpoint in this match.
Yeah, actually really good double full combo from Poland as well. Philippines, of course, also getting the double full combo, so it comes down to the accuracy, and Philippines looking like they have Poland beat in that regards. That was so close to a V1SS from Jose. Oh my god, that 1/100.
We can just scrub off that one. Just put your finger over the 100 and you're good. That's a V1SS.
That's a 1-to-8 ratio as well. Speed
Absolutely
maps,
insane.
not very easy to get high ratios like that on.
Not unless you're Jose, apparently. But right now it is Philippines' next pick. Gonna see if they can put the pedal to the metal right now. Just really take a stranglehold on this match now.
And if they wanted, they could just keep going with these rise picks. They have been working out for them so far. If they want to really leverage that accuracy advantage they have, all 3 of the remaining rise picks, they all kind of work.
Yeah, right now it just looks like they have the pick of the litter on this map pool, and I mean, if they're gonna stick with the rice, I mean, so be it. It's been working, and you know you have the accuracy advantage, might as well keep going with it if it works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
They are having a bit of a think about it. Deciding which one that they feel the most comfortable with at this point in time.
Yeah, and at this point, I mean, do you start wondering maybe if you start giving your other teammates the World Cup experience, give them that opportunity to shake off some of their own nerves? I mean, if you know you have the advantage in a matchup like this, maybe you start looking ahead just a little bit to your next potential matchup. Just want to make sure that everybody's going to be performing at their absolute best here.
Yeah, that's definitely an idea, especially because, you know, all 4 of the Philippines players, I think, can play. Well, they're very well-rounded players, all 4 of them, and I think they can all play all the Rice maps and the LN maps pretty well by themselves. So, but I do think that for now, though, you should probably keep in the 2 that have been putting in the work, at least for the Rice pool, unless you want to pick the LNs.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, sure, you can deliberate all you want, but there is a bit of a time limit. We are on a bit of a clock for the Philippines, so we're going to need to get that pick in rather soon. And it looks like our ref might have to take matters into their own hands. No pick coming out from the Philippines. They might have to roll for this next pick.
Roll a random pick? Can we see Himabushi coming in?
Ooh, maybe.
I just want to see it once. We haven't seen it so far on this block, so on stream.
It remains to be seen. Not a lot of time left for the Philippines to get their pick in. And, I mean, we saw it with the Malaysia-US match. I mean, Malaysia was having a bit of an issue connecting to Bancho, so maybe those picks are just being kept behind a connection issue. So hopefully that's the case, because you would hate to see the Philippines stalling a little bit for time.
There's definitely a potential for that. It is suspiciously quiet from all Philippines players right now. So there is definitely potential for us to see a massive block of text randomly appear any second, and for one of the Philippines players to be kicked from the lobby.
That would be most unfortunate, but I think they have things settled in the background. 7. I think that's...
Oh, the Camellia one. Gunkyo Zoteki. Out of the 9. 3, 4, 5. Yep. Looks like we're seeing Gunkyo Zoteki here for the Philippines. It's going to be a hybrid, and a really long one as well.
Oh boy.
This one actually being quite difficult, very physically demanding, and very difficult to combo in general. So we'll see how it goes. It might actually favor the Philippines anyway, but it is definitely a very, very long one.
Oh, okay, and it looks like Kuro was having internet issues, so they weren't able to get the pick in. So we might see a forced substitution here for the Philippines.
Yeah, I think we're going to be seeing some new Philippines players for this one. Tend to have different players playing for some of the hybrids and LM maps if the qualifiers were any indicator of that.
Yeah, and our referee just reminding the players that if issues do arise, the other players in the lobby can make the pick if need be. So hopefully those logistical issues get sorted out for the future picks. Should Kura not be able to reconnect for this, but for now they have Hybrid 1 to contend with, and might be throwing a wrench in the plans. But you would imagine with players as good as the ones on the Philippines, won't have to worry too much.
Yeah, the good thing is they are both very well-rounded teams, so at the end of the day, it's not going to throw the match too hard, having a random pick here.
Right. But definitely not the situation you want to find yourself in. But for right now, might need to kick Kuro from the lobby here if he disconnected and he's still showing up on slot 1. And sure enough, he is showing up, so we might have to just give him a little there.
A little nudge.
Just a little nudge, get him out of the lobby just so he can proceed with things. Looks like some of the other Philippines players are in the lobby looking to take. And sure enough, there he goes.
Yeah, we'll see who the Philippines decides to play for this map. I think Poland are looking like they'll bring Yamakaze back in.
Yeah, right now it looks like gonna need to decide for the Philippines who's gonna come in here. Got Lack Points and Sani in the back.
Lack Points and Sani both actually really strong players for hybrids as well, so if Kura doesn't manage to reconnect, they still do have players they can fall back on.
You go from strength to strength there in the roster. But for right now, I mean, if you're Poland, looking at this hybrid pick, maybe this was something that might have had to have come up later on in the match, so better to get it out of the way now. See if maybe the difficulty spike in having to play something like this hybrid can play into their favor. Maybe they can sneak a point away from the Philippines here. And it looks like it is going to be Sani coming in for the Philippines. Replacing Kura here, Kura having to deal with those internet connection issues.
Oh, so Sunny's saying, I don't 99 this, help.
Oh boy.
So, I mean, 99 on this map is still very, very hard, but if this is not really within the comfort zone of Philippines, maybe this is a chance for Poland.
Yeah, to be fair, Hudanam responded very in kind with the, I only played this once. So, interesting strategies being employed here in terms of the practice regime, but I'm not one to judge. I mean, if you only play it once, there's no room to mind block. So,
that's true. Valid point.
If you don't know the map, don't got anything to mind block, so the players are ready. Thank you guys for sticking with us while we get everything sorted out in the lobby. Looks like it is going to be Sani and Jose going up against Hudanam and Yamakaze in this third pick.
So we'll see how this one plays out. Not a map that either team seems to be expecting to have been playing at this point in time. It seemed like both teams were planning on ignoring this one in particular, but here we are, forced to play it anyway.
Yeah, you gotta love the World Cup wildcard picks. And it looks like Yamakaze gonna be dropping the first note of the map. I mean, we got almost 5 minutes of map to contend with, so early misses, not too detrimental, but you don't want to be catching too many throughout the map.
Yeah, single miss is not too bad. Accuracy does matter a lot with these long maps, though. But also, specifically with this map, there are a lot of places you can break combos, so it's very easy to repeatedly get those misses, and that will really cost a lot of points.
Yeah, this pick, not for the faint of heart, and definitely not one that was regularly scheduled for either team by the looks of it, and right now Philippines going to be holding on to a slender advantage here going into the second quarter of the map.
Yeah, actually, the act not that far apart from both teams. Yamakaze a little bit behind Sani, Hudanam a little bit behind Jose, and there's the miss from Sani. This is going to get really close now. It looks like Sani and Yamakaze going to be basically tied in score, both combo and accuracy. It's just between Hudanam and Jose right now, and Jose is just edging out that accuracy battle by a little bit.
Yeah, and that lead is shrinking right now. About 2,000 points separating the teams as we get into the second third of the map. Oh boy, these accuracy battles are intense to watch. Cross field, Jose right now carrying the entire lobby, 99.5 versus the 99.1 of Hudanam, the next closest. So right now the Philippines lead is really just buoyed by that, despite both misses from either side.
It really is just the story of Jose being the only one to not have, you know, massive struggles on some of these LN releases.
Incredibly admirable, especially on Hidden, of all things. But I mean, if you're able to read it a lot more comfortably with Hidden, go for it. It's what it's there for. And going
like
in,
everyone kind of stabilizing a little bit now.
yeah, some composure gain from both sides. Going into the back half of the map, again, Jose still holding on to the lead in the lobby overall. And his next closest competitor, Hudanam, 99.2, just 0.3 behind, but Yamakaze finds another miss going into the last third. Quickly traded by Sani there.
And actually, Sani was the one that lost more accuracy than Yamakaze, so that is going to be a little bit more impactful of a miss. Overall, however, it is still just Jose making that accuracy lead for Philippines. The combo, they've had the same... Oh!
And there's a bit of a
Jose-
call block from Jose, but Yamakaze trades it right back. And Hudanam
That
holds on
was-
to the full combo here.
That was a really important drop from Jose, but it was traded right back. The accuracy drops only a tiny bit, really, for Jose, so accuracy leads still well in favor of Philippines for now.
Yeah, and with maps like this, getting back up to that 400 combo cap, very easy. So, damage mitigation successful for Jose. Philippines still in the lead here, despite both players dropping their full combos. Hudanam, the only full combo left in this lobby.
But it is close. It is within a couple misses, maybe a little bit of app drop from one of the Philippines players, and it could very easily go back to Poland.
That being said, another drop from Jose.
That's going to be big. Is it going to be enough, though? I think it might not quite be enough to make up for this accuracy. There's going to need to be a little bit more, but Yamazaki the one to find a miss on those jacks there now. That's going to balance it out now. Yamazaki actually falling behind in accuracy now to Sani.
I mean, those drops from Jose were relatively clean in the grand scheme of things, still holding on to the accuracy lead overall in the lobby. Very admirable. Last sliver of map left. Philippines still holding on to the lead here. And despite this incredible performance of Hudanam right now, still holding on to the full combo when all things said and done, not enough to take it away from the Philippines in the end here.
I was scared of cursing, so I was avoiding saying it, but Hudanam being the only full combo right now, actually really impressive. might actually get, oh, not quite the highest score in the lobby. It looks like the accuracy from Jose just manages to eke out that MVP spot, but it is going to be Philippines winning it in the end through that accuracy. Really close back and forths in general.
Yeah,
But
very
Jose's
admirable.
accuracy was just too good there.
Just a bit too much. Those ratios coming in. Very handy for the Philippines, and they go up 3-0 now. Oh boy, Poland up to bat here now, and if you're Poland, down 3-0, halfway through this match potentially, what do you decide to go with? The hybrid seems to be maybe a little bit of a way in there, a little bit closer than the scores let on.
It's a bit closer on the hybrids, and it looks like they are going to agree with that. They're going to go back into White Rose, another map kind of similar in a way to Gunkyo Zoteki, but it is much shorter. And that means that the misses that come across from either team are going to matter that much more.
Yeah, but if you have a performance like that from Hudanam again, managing to hold on to that full combo through a map that long, maybe there's some room for potential there to maybe sneak a point away from the Philippines here.
Looks like actually Jose is going to be switching out of the lobby here. Maybe we see lack points coming in.
Maybe that, or Kura managed to reconnect to the lobby. Might just be a point of comfort. Everybody here should be relatively familiar with this map pool by now, so hopefully the tag-in comes rather soon. Oh, and it looks like it is going to be Kura popping back into the lobby, just going to get him back in there. And right as I say that, lack points instead. Pulling the bait and switch there, making me look like a fool.
The absolute bait from the chat there.
Oh boy. Last time I trust the lobby chat ever.
Never again.
Never
And
again.
now, we are going to see a switch though. Sunny and lack points now. Hunnom and Yamakaze again. Same team for Poland, and I think, you know, this has real potential. If Poland managed to keep their combo game up, they had a very good combo game just then from Hunnom especially.
Yeah, lack point saying his hands are cold. Gotta try and keep them warm. It has been rather cold weather recently, so hopefully that doesn't play a factor in this map. And it looks like the players are ready. We are loaded in. See if the Philippines can take another break point from Poland here. Or if Poland can get their first point in this match.
Let's see how it goes here. A very technical kind of hybrid coming in here. So far, actually very close scores.
Yeah, everybody in lockstep with each other. Lack points, the one person above all, 0.2% lead over the next highest person right now going into this second quarter of the map. This one definitely a lot shorter than the previous hybrid, so not a lot of room for error here. And it looks like the Philippines is going to be eking out an early accuracy advantage as Yamakaze drops the first note of the map.
Oh, that's going to be big. The accuracy difference actually getting pretty significant now, but not something that's unrecoverable. But there has to be a couple of misses from the Philippines now with that miss.
Yeah, we're already halfway through the map. Lack points and Sani doing very well holding on to their combos. Hudanam holding on to his own. Gonna need to hold that there. See if they can capitalize on any potential misses from the Philippines. But, I mean, given the state of this match so far, it doesn't look like the Philippines are in any mood to drop on maps like this.
Yeah, Philippines just looking so comfortable. All four players really looking comfortable in that rise section. But now we're getting into the LNs and Yamakaze finding another miss. And this is such a short map, there's just not enough time to really come back from this.
Yeah, and that second miss coming out of Yamakaze might be the nail in the coffin for this pick. Only an eighth of map left, and Hudanam drops his full combo.
And the combos are just gone from Poland. There is no opportunity to be able to come back now. Still the double FC from Philippines.
And right as the map winds down, not a lot of time left. And that being said, Philippines take another breakpoint from the Polish side.
And that was actually really good accuracy from Hunom as well. Would have actually almost tied Lackpoint's score without that unfortunate miss towards the end of the map. But it is Philippines being a little bit more consistent at the end of the day here. 4-0 up, and they have their own pick as well.
Oh boy. And if you're Philippines, you have pick of the litter now. It seems like you have control on the hybrids. We haven't seen any LNs come out, but they might not be needed in this match. They could easily go back into the rice pool and just close it out on some ratio battles. But it remains to be seen. They gotta get that pick in. They were notified that even though Kura's not here, they can make picks in his stead.
So now we'll see what Philippines wanted to actually pick. Do they want to keep going for those rice picks again? Yeah, it looks like they will. Electro Peaceful comes in the slower of the chord stream picks. Definitely accuracy territory here for the Philippines players.
Yeah, and you would imagine Jose might be tagging back in here. Oh, and Kura looks like managed to reconnect, so it looks like the main lineup for the Philippines here for the rice side of the map pool has arrived. Definitely not what you want to see if you're on the Polish side, seeing Kura and Jose on the other side of the lobby.
Yeah, and Hunom has been doing exceptionally well, to be fair, actually keeping up with Kura and beating Kura actually in a few maps, but it is really just Jose that has been exceeding everyone else's scores in the lobby by quite a bit with his accuracy in general.
Yeah, in a battle in a lobby where everybody can FC those ratios, the accuracy starts to play a big factor, and right now it just seems like Jose's just that one step ahead of everybody else in the lobby, really making the difference for the Philippines right now, especially in this round of 16 match.
Yeah, Poland are really going to be banking on, well, they're going to have to double FC this map themselves, and they're going to have to hope the Philippines finds some unfortunate drop somewhere throughout the map, but this is a very consistent map. There are not very many choke points at all. So if Philippines are comfortable with this kind of BPM, this kind of density, I don't really expect them to be missing.
No, but that remains to be seen. I mean, once you start getting closer to that finish line, it is very easy to lose some composure. Some of those easy patterns start to become just a little bit harder, especially when you see the end in sight. But that remains to be seen. We are loaded into the map.
Commentator curse.
Yes.
No one's gonna miss on this map, right?
There's no way. Everybody's gonna full combo. Everybody's gonna V1 double
no one's
S.
gonna miss in this easy introduction, right?
No, absolutely not.
Looks like they actually won't though, and it is going to be a very small lead for Philippines here. 99.95 for Jose, but another 99.92 for Hunom actually, holding up extremely well. And actually, the accuracies are just about tied here, but Hunom finding a little bit of an accuracy drop. Yamazaki also dropping in accuracy a little bit, and that's going to be a slight advantage towards the Philippines.
Yeah, and as we get into the second third of the map, it has been the word of the day, ratio. Jose, 99.95 on a pick like this is absolutely insane right now as we get into the back half of the map. Yamakaze and Hunom holding on to the full combos, Kura as well holding on to his full combo. Everybody doing exceptionally well, but right now there is a standout performance in this lobby that is really making the difference for the Philippines.
We're halfway through the map as well, and I mean, if you can act the first half, then you can act the second half. Jose manages to keep this up. This is going to be a really scary score from the Philippines.
Yeah, and I mean, Kura climbing accuracy, coming up at 99.8. I mean, this is shaping up to be a really, really good team score from the Philippines. Credit to Poland for holding on to the full combos here as well. I mean, some really good performances in their own right, but right now the difference is being made, the lead, just based on ratio alone for the Philippines. And Yamakaze drops.
Oh, that's an unfortunate drop right towards the end of the map.
Oh, Boji drops! Oh
It's
boy!
it's gonna be traded though. There's not gonna be any difference in who wins them. Oh no.
Oh no, the Kura's disconnected. Okay,
Okay,
no, it was
that's
just a bit of a
fine, it's
desync.
That would be the most unfortunate place to disconnect from a map, but it is going to be a win for the Philippines here in the end. 1 200 from Kura, 0 200s from Jose, but the 50 and the miss, presumably at the same time with a ridiculously good ratio. Hudenum as well with the FC, consistently putting out these really strong, like 990k scores on a lot of maps, but
Yeah,
just
but
not quite enough to match these Philippine scores.
yeah, it is a two-man team, and the supporting cast lagging just a little bit behind, really bringing down Hudenum's performances here. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And right now, it is Poland's pick, so backs against the wall, and I'm starting to hear some brooms coming out here. What can they do to put those away?
The reverse sweep begins.
It looks like they're gonna go with Lost Memory.
Okay, Lost Memory coming in here. This is one that definitely a lot of potential for misses. These chord jacks, very, very dense towards the midsection. We've seen time and time again a lot of misses from players who seemingly find it very comfortable to act. So it can be deceptively easy to find some little misses, silly misses here and there on a map like this, especially if you're feeling quite nervous.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like the lineups are going to stay the same. It looks like these are the core Rice players for both teams.
Yes, the one thing I will say though is that when you have someone as good at a ratio as Jose is, this map is somewhat terrifying.
Yeah, it
I
remains to be
think
seen.
Jose can, like, I would expect Jose to see some, like, get a really ridiculous score if he manages to keep up the combo and not get any silly misses anywhere. We might see another one of these 999k scores.
Maybe. I mean, do you wanna pay for the shipping on that curse there, Potassium? Cause you're hyping him up. Let's see if he can deliver. It looks like Kura did disconnect, so I mean, it would have been incredibly unfortunate if he disconnected right before the map ended in the last pick. So Internet managed to hold on to the very end, but it looks like he did get disconnected. So it looks like Sandy's going to be coming in for the Philippines on this pick.
I've had a quick swap this time.
Yeah, we're able to sort out the logistics a bit faster. Didn't have to wait for our referee to make a pick for them this time. And as I say that, I remember this is Poland's pick. This is Poland's opportunity to try and get a point in this match and avoid the sweep. Yeah, it looks like the players are ready. We are loaded into what is potentially the last pick in this match if the Philippines can close this out.
And it's going to start with a nice and calm introduction for the first minute or so.
So basically the first half, going to be settling in, really take the opportunity to settle in, get the accuracy there, and in the back half of the map, hold on for dear life, see if you can hold on to your full combo, see if you can take a point away from the Philippines here. Poland all to do now.
And oh man, all four players right now are flexing. There's 99.97s basically across the board here.
Yeah, right now the leaderboard playing tug of war.
See if they manage to hold on to this kind of ratio when the jacks really kick in the second half. But for now, actually Poland with a very, very tiny lead. Sunny actually dropping below 99.9, but it doesn't quite make much of a difference just yet. It's in that hard section that's going to start soon. It's really going to matter. But Sunny actually dropping accuracy a little bit more as well, dropping that ratio down in some of the chords there. But here we're getting the jacks now, and massive drops from both Hudenum and Yamazaki, dropping the accuracy, and Yamazaki dropping the combo.
Oh boy, last chance saloon for Poland here. Not a lot of room for error left as we get into the last third of the map. And I mean, you would imagine with that one combo break, just that one little slip up might have just shut the door on any chances of Poland getting back into this map.
They're going to need a bank on a miss coming in from Philippines, preferably from Jose. But I'm not sure if Jose is going to let them.
No, he is closing the door rather quickly. Sani does drop. There's a bit of room for opportunity, but Yamakaze trades it back.
There is not enough time, it looks like. That might just be it.
Oh my goodness, what a very calm ending to a very, very tense pick. Jose doing the work right now, 99.94. Hudenam following close behind with that 99.9, but it is not enough.
Hudenam's ratio might be better. Yeah, it is.
Oh my goodness.
I saw Hudenam get a couple of like 200s and 100s at the start of the Jack section. That is an insane ratio there, 53. But unfortunately, the misses just came in at an unfortunate time for Poland, and Philippines managed to take it back, just being a little bit more consistent in the end of the day. And that will be the clean sweep from Philippines. They're going to move on, I believe, to face Thailand.
Ooh, very exciting matchup.
That'll be a very spicy matchup, actually. I think we might get a classic Rise vs LN battle in that one. And Poland are going to be sent, still have a chance, they're going to be sent to verse Russia in the losers bracket. So that will also be another interesting one of two very well-rounded teams.
Yeah, and as you can see on screen, we do have the matchups sorted out for the quarterfinals. And Potassium, if you would like to let everybody know, we do have a showcase coming up soon now that all the matches are said and done.
Yeah, I believe that the showcase for the quarterfinals is planned to start, if nothing else has changed, on the hour, so in about 13 minutes. So we can assume for now that the showcase will be very, very soon, in about 13 minutes, unless anything else is announced shortly. But yeah, very exciting matches this week. There were some really close ones, specifically that Spain and Japan match, but some even better ones lined up for next week, so you better stick around for that map pool showcase, because that's what's gonna be playing for next week. So stick around, we'll see you later.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We got ourselves another showcase this time around. The matches are all finished. And we'll be going over the quarterfinals map pool this time around. And I am Davey, joined here by none other than Evening and Ginger. We got 3 people here to give you some comforting voices to talk you through all of the maps, I guess. So we also have a very important announcement to make. This will be very important for all y'all, especially those who will be playing on the finals or the semifinals. This will be a game changer. So, are you ready? Well, a fix to Score V2 is going to be happening on the live servers on Monday. And this Score V2 patch will potentially change the way LNs work in that no column locks will not be a thing anymore. And this means that when you're playing all of these dense long note map, you no longer have to worry about potentially dying like instantly, because you know what happens when you column lock. It's a bad feeling. But yeah, I hope this change will be a welcome addition. No more column locking, woo! And with that being said, mind if you introduce yourselves, Evening and Ginger?
Would you like to go first, Evening?
Me.
Yeah.
Hello,
you.
I'm Evening. Not much to say. Except the pun, good evening. Good evening,
Yeah.
everyone. Yeah.
I'm way ahead of you.
Yeah,
yeah.
And we also have Jin from BTS.
No, that's not.
And Davey from Coldplay.
Oh my god. BTS Coldplay collab confirmed. Okay, hello
Yeah, we'll be
everyone.
doing the tiebreaker.
Yep. I'm Jin. Yep. Yeah, we can go on with the showcase now, right? So I think Evening will be introducing us to the first map.
Okay, sure. Let's start. Okay, so for the first map, we have Japanese titles. Shoujo ga mita Nihon no Genfuke by Bengsok. We have this chord stream density map at around 164 BPM. So this is, I would say, one of the more staple staple rice picks. Sorry, right? So this one would be a go-to if you are, a rice team. They just want to get a very easy score on. And obviously, this one is going to be, it's going to be just BMS patterns all the way, except for one single LN, which you might not want to break on. Yeah, so this is a very casual pick, I would say. It's just a very standard pick if you're just a rice team, right? So, we are going into I'm not too sure what to say. It's just chord streams.
Yeah, it's
just
chord streams. That's it.
We've just went to the first, the first chorus section, and we can see that there's the LN.
Oh, and a single LN. I wonder when there's to be another LN.
Oh, that was the last one.
There won't be.
So yeah, this map mainly has 2 main dense chord stream sections. So we've just passed the first chord stream section, and now we are at a slow kind of a chord jack with some BMS patterns. So this is kind of a break section for people to gain their accuracy, and we are back to the dense chord streams again, which will be continuing until the end of the map.
And yeah, that's the absolute god having 99.92. He's eating through this rice.
Yeah, it's just a very simple pick if you just don't know what to pick. It's a good starting pick, basically.
Yeah, if you're a rice team especially, you'll definitely want to pick this. I don't think this will be banned like any at all. what I can tell, at least of the remaining teams.
Double S. Okay. Okay.
Yes, and now we
typical
got
effects.
And speaking of something that will probably not get banned a lot, we have something that will probably get banned a lot. It's going to be a LN release pick, and don't be fooled by the SR, because it's pretty difficult if you're not used to LNs.
Wait,
And
why is it
also-
no fail?
It's a thing, don't worry about it. Well, this map has all kinds of wacky releases, like you have to coordinate your middle finger and your second and ring finger a lot of the time. So, and you have all these elements where you'll be staying like in one lane to coordinate. Ooh, and now there's a bit of Rise joining in the fray, but nothing difficult. It's still mostly all based on your LN release ability. It's kind of short too as a song, so probably not super difficult to get used to, but it'll take some practice.
And it is also worth noting that this map, although having a high percentage of long notes, has an HP of 9, so it's very relatively unforgiving for an LN focused map. And also the OD is 8, which is also pretty high. So this map really tests that accuracy for releases and punishes you hard for each time that you mess up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you can actually fail on this. I almost failed, so I don't play LNs. But is this harder than the stage 4 qualifiers though?
I'd say so. Yeah, it's actually pretty
Slightly.
hard because of the releases all being in different times. It's
Yeah,
very
all
easy to
these-
slip up, I think.
Yeah, it's just almost on par A-roll, but not quite. Because A-roll is just another beast entirely.
There's all these calming songs and it's just LN releases. So difficult.
Yeah. It lulls yourself into a false sense of security, and then you just die.
And so next up for the third map, we have Linear Ring, Enchanted Love, a blind difficulty by, again, Pengsuk, or also known as Gotti Jr. or Gautier. This is going to be our first hybrid pick for this showcase. BPM of 190, and it's all swing rhythm. The rhythm is all swing, so a lot of, I guess, triplets, should I say, right? Yeah, the map has a lot of mini jacks, and we're going to be seeing some tricky patterns throughout the map. And as we go on with this map, it's also going to feature a lot of speedy delay bursts. We can see already some jacks happening here. And we see the delays happening with the synths. And all those little mini LNs make it really difficult to achieve high accuracy for this map. Oh, and I just realized
Yeah,
that
it just picks up a lot. Picks up a lot in difficulty. Well, I'm sure people will love this. Good.
It's
Yeah.
really one of the easier picks if you're a Rice main. It's one of the
Yeah,
easiest
well-
hybrid.
Yeah, I would say it is one of the easiest hybrids, but it is also that being easy doesn't mean that it is typically hard, easy to full combo because of all those jack sections.
It
So
does
players would have
pick
to
up a
focus
lot in difficulty at this point, it seems. And the LNs are nothing to scoff at either, but they don't prove themselves to be much of a challenge compared to some of the other hybrid picks we'll be going through. Yeah, this also has a lot of jacks and all that jazz.
And here we come to the ending section where it's just more LNs. Yeah, I don't expect a lot of players to miss here, but you would still have to keep focus because of those short, long notes that appear here and there.
The rhythm is still a bit unconventional. Well, it's not unconventional in a musical sense, but for rhythm game players, it's slightly unusual. And we'll be going over a short jack pick now. It's Nautio L99. I just wanted to say level 99. Like this will be O2 Jam level 99 suddenly.
Oh god, imagine O2J level 99 in quarterfinals.
Yeah. Oh,
This is a
we'll
really-
get there. Yeah.
I mean, this is a really just. I mean, you can't describe this much. It's just chord jacks. Again.
Well, simplicity is, it's a virtue. You want things to be simple, otherwise people will ban it.
Well, this is a very safe pick, or a very dangerous pick. Well, see if you can actually jack those. And this is also a long song, because there's almost no breaks on this. Well, as I say that, yeah, there's a break there. I mean...
It's tiny. It'll get you some like momentum back, but otherwise not much. This, I should say that if you're struggling on a short jack pick this caliber, you'll probably not gonna do so great on all the others, because this BPM should be pretty doable for pretty much every team left. So I don't see this being much of a banned pick. It is pretty unconventional in terms of patterning. Like, it's sometimes jack focused, and sometimes there's just some spaces where there isn't any jacks, and you have to like see them. It's a bit of a reading challenge, I'd say. But if you're good at jacks, this would be a no-brainer.
Yeah, this is
also
quite Sorry.
No, you can speak first.
This is just risky if you are, competing against Rise teams, because one miss and you're all gone. Because you'll see rush a lot. Just combo rush, the combo break rush, the whole thing.
Yeah, like doing short jacks in the 7K is quite different from 4K, because there's a lot of potential to potentially rush and get yourself a lot of 200s on just one column.
Oh yeah, it's also worth noting that this ending section is actually the hardest part of the map, with the most dense chord jacks. This section.
999?
Oh yeah, that's an insane ratio.
Jack just flexing on all of us.
Okay, so we're moving on to the next map, which is Lime 8-Bit Voyager by Liju, right? Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yeah,
Okay, Liju. So this one will be an LN density map. So LN density map means, well, Rice players can play LNs much easier in this case. Yeah, just mini LNs. But then you also have some coordination LNs at the chorus, of course. But we'll see about that, because this is, I would say, one of the easier LM picks for me anyways. I could actually ask this.
Yeah, so with because this is pretty much, density LNs with a lot of delayed releases, the SR is also quite high at 7.09. This will probably be the highest SR we'll be getting.
Yep.
In this map, I should say. We'll definitely be getting some. Oh yeah.
Oh, I missed there.
It would be very easy. Yeah. So.
Okay, and this is the middle drop section where you can see there's some tricky inverse patterns. So players might want to watch out for those short barrage of tricky inverses.
We won't be getting like a full-on inverse, because I'm not sure if we'll be getting that at all. But
yeah, there are.
Yeah,
there
like it's
any very long extended inverses, but then that middle section did have a short burst of inverse, which may be tricky to some players.
And a bit of a calmer section. We got just a short section left, and then we'll be going into our 6th map. We have out of 14 maps. Okay, yeah.
So yeah, this map is very stamina draining actually, because if you want to hold your accuracy with all the long notes happening, people are going to try to press hard, and so maintaining accuracy on this will be very stamina draining, I should add. With that, the 5th map is done, and I will introduce the 6th map, which is Power Stance by Hollow Base, and the mapper is Maple Syrup. The mapper Maple Syrup has a special message for us. Shoutouts to Hako's Bales from Hololive. And also, we have a special guest player for this showcase, BB Senpai, so shoutouts to him. Anyways, this map was originally intended to be just a regular pick, but we chose an upgraded version of 0.15 because we, the map pullers, are pretty evil. Yeah, but then even with the upgrade, this is going to be the longest non-tiebreaker map in this map pool, with around 3 minutes and 30 seconds in drain time. So it does feature some tricky LN sections, as you can see here, with also accompanied by some rice delays. And this is going to be our second hybrid pick.
Yeah, we have like 3 hybrid, 4 was it? 3 or 4, well, something like that. So, do we have a couple of hybrids to go?
I'm just glad I didn't have to introduce this and shout out.
I mean, I have no idea what Hako's style is.
I have no idea either.
I have only one idea.
What is that? I'll leave us hanging. What's the idea?
I'm not too sure if I want to share the idea, really. There's too many Hololive fans there.
Oh no. Everyone's probably listening in the chat.
And they're being like, you don't know that? How could you? I'm so hurt.
I only know Suise.
So there's a lot of kind of break sections in this map overall. So it is, that offsets kind of the longer map drain time, which means that you won't be really playing like intensely for 4 minutes. That's kind of a lot. So
I'll say this one is... Sorry. I'll say this one is one of the more consistent hybrids. It's quite easy, I'll say.
Yeah, it is on the easy side. And then
it's also long, so that's also a bit... You just have to get used to that.
Yeah, we've just finished the break section, and now we're back to the hard, the usual patterning that we have, that we saw from the beginning.
Yeah, including a miss.
From BB Senpai, which is impossible.
Yeah. How could he?
This is one of the safest picks if you're just a rice team anyways. And you want to reach out to LNs, you know. Just exhausted all your rice picks.
The LN difficulty isn't really all that present here. It's mostly just coordinating the rice and the LNs. So a lot of rice teams will probably be picking this because the rice difficulty is a lot higher than the LN difficulty.
And because of the repetitive nature of this, repetitive patterning of this map in general, some players might fall into that mind block category, so you might want to watch out when practicing for this map.
What is this music? Banging.
Right. And now we got a bit of a techy type of map. We got Flashbulb, and who's pretty much synonymous with tech as a concept. And it's going to be Kirlian Shores, made by Turks. It's very bursty, I can say, and the density spikes just means that you'll have to manage all of that density. Is a lot harder than, a lot denser than other maps will see. So those density spikes becomes very important to just get through, right?
This is a very interesting pick if you want to pick this for the first map. It's actually not that draining at all. It's a lot of bursts, but if you want to catch the team off guard in the first map, you can actually choose this. It's very hard to combo rush, actually, combo break rush on this. There's so many breaks you can recover from, but if you want to just throw a team off with just the first rice pick, you can just choose this instead of something safer, you know?
Yeah, well, some teams will probably be going for some of the easier points first that they know they have an advantage of, but in case of like a closer matchup, you might see this being picked as like first pick, but we also might see it banned because tech hard. This is not a skill everyone's fluid in.
So we've just passed the first section, the main section of this map, and now we're beginning to come into the second section. This is generally where more burst patterns will be, like here. You see really extremely fast stairs and bursts that might mess some people up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the streams go like 400, 500 BPM, so that's really fast. Well, it's just very simple bursts anyways.
Yeah.
Who's playing this? Jin?
Yeah, I think I missed somewhere here. Oh,
what?
I do.
Yep.
Why?
Yeah, you were clairvoyant.
Why do you curse?
Yeah,
You cursed yourself.
I cursed myself. So sad.
Oh yeah, that burst is not
These
friendly.
bursts are very nasty. It's very easy to miss on. As you can see, I'm missing quite a lot.
It's just a bad day, you know. Just woke up, just starting to play a map.
And then you get assaulted with 400 BPM bursts. I don't know.
Such a nice day.
The bursts are singing. Isn't it beautiful?
Oh, and I should add that this ending section, the patterns are now dying down in density, but the rhythm is still very inconsistent, so it will be a bit hard to maintain your accuracy.
Right,
So that's all. Okay, I'll introduce the next one.
Sure.
Okay. So for the next pick, we have quad stream speed. This one is going to be at 220 BPM. That's very fast. It is a CK Carnation CK remix. He remixed it himself, and it's mapped by Tak Jin. So now we have 220 BPM, not freedom dive density. It's just, well, much lighter. There's a lot of fast streams in this, as you might expect. It's 1/4s. There's also some 1/8s if I'm not wrong. But the thing is that these are all spaced out actually quite... it's actually quite spaced out. That means there's not a lot of 1-2 jacks that you'll be facing here, unless you're talking about those jump trills. But this is a very light quad stream that... But I will say it is also a staple pick for Rise teams anyways.
Yeah, so we do have like two types of chord streams present in this iteration of MWC, and that is, lighter and faster types of chord stream, which is this, and the slower but very dense kind of chord stream, which was the first map we saw, which was, what was it called? Shuja Gamita no Nippon no Haran Fuke. I am so bad, sorry. So, as I was saying, that's our faster chord stream pick. It's not like 4K where we had like, jump stream that is like, or like a stamina jump stream, and we have like a speed pick. No, this is just different types of chord streams, really.
And here in the ending section, the even though this is light stream, the chords do become a bit more dense than before, so you will have to watch out for that ending.
It was in a quite quick succession, and we have another April 14th, I think.
It's the Avril 14th Latin American version.
April 15th.
Oh no. It's the sequel, the dreaded sequel. So this map is Mojito by Jay Cho. Sweet Love difficulty, the mapper Wilben Chan. And this is going to be our typical Avril 14th LN coordination pick. Yeah, as you can see here, we have the map says for itself.
Anyone listen to J-Cho?
I have no idea.
I used to listen to him.
I'm only familiar with one of the movies he directed like over 10 years ago or something. It was like called Secret or something. The one with pianos and stuff.
I don't know about that. I only know one with the basketball.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Yeah, if Island Village, whatever it was called, is like hard to release on, this is hard to coordinate because you'll have pretty much, you'll be holding at least one long note throughout the entirety of the map, and then you get also multiples of them at the same time, and it's also 3 minutes long. So, but I'm not sure about how it'll fare compared to the release pick. But since it's 3 minutes long, it might be a band fodder to, well, it's either one of the release or this. But
I can't imagine that this song is so good. Alright, so we're entering the second section. We also have syncopated vocals with 1/8 maracas. This is a really nice song. But it's so hard to get a good score on this. It's just too long, and it's really stamina draining. But it's such a nice song. It's so funky.
I wouldn't say it's like reading draining. I can't say it's not like stamina in the sense that your fingers get tired, but your eyes get tired instead.
And even then, this Woi VTubers person is doing really well. Oh, he missed though.
You cursed again.
And here we're going to the ending section of the map. More of these long notes.
Yeah. It's almost over, and the releases gets a bit tricky because now we also got shorter chord LNs interspersed with the longer ones, but it's also pretty much over at this point. So, a sigh of relief for those who will be playing this.
So with that, we have the 9th map done, and so maybe for the next map, Davy, you can be the one introducing.
Well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt. We got Liquid Tension Experiment, The Passage of Time, mapped by me, and this with Lenpide being featured in some sections.
Oh, we need a shout out for that name.
Lenpai shout out, and everyone pray for
Maple's hands.
Yeah.
So originally, the backstory of this map is that Maple was supposed to provide the replay for this song, but then his hands hurt, so he couldn't play. So sad.
Oh. Yeah, this is pretty much like, it's hard to describe this. It has certain difficult rise patterns, but it's also pretty LN heavy too. The LN difficulty isn't too high. It's also some mini jacks, as you just saw. That I described it as a mini jack minefield, because you'll be trying to parse about where the jacks even are. And yeah, I haven't gotten much else to say other than good luck on this. There's some easy parts, and
yeah, hopefully the person who's playing doesn't miss soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
Right, who's playing this?
I mean, technically, you can it kind of spoils you in the combo break section. The combo max combo thing.
Yeah,
you know where it's gonna break.
Yeah, this pick is, I would say, just like 50 rice, 50 LN. So you can, well, this is, I would say, last resort if you're really focused on rice or LN. But it is a very well balanced pick if you're going for something like truly 50-50 hybrid. The second half is very easy for rice players. The first half is, wow. It's ridiculously hard.
Okay, that is the passage of time. Sadly, the entire map isn't like mapped, so you'll get a tiny snippet of it. It's actually 7 minutes long.
I was like, hey, Davy, you mapped a 2-minute metal map? What? Okay.
But with that,
let's talk about the next one, right? Yeah, that's mine. That's my map.
Yeah, you
Custom
should do
map.
the honors.
Custom map again. Like 90% of my maps here are custom. Usao Phalanx, Skypiercer.tar.gz, I don't know how to pronounce that. But this is the rice speed pick. I mapped this, so it's a lot of rice. Yeah, it's a lot of rice. Lots of flowing patterns. So the first half, I mean the first part anyways, there's actually two sections in this. The first part would be tech speed, the second half would be just pure speed. So what that means by tech speed, that means you'll miss a lot, but it's not that hard really. The second part is going to be super hard, super dense. It's just pure speed, I think around like 400 BPM, 500 BPM, I'm not sure. It's just very fast, you'll see later. So we're entering...
Smash patterns.
A lot of manip patterns, if you want to say that.
And obviously
Such a nice song.
Obviously this map is best played on a Linux distribution thanks to its difficulty name.
Yeah.
So we're entering the first, I mean not the first, but well, the only break in this whole map. So this map, this song is actually compressed. It's actually two parts of the song and I just compressed it into one. I cut out the middle part. So this is much shorter and it's just, well, it introduces the last part, which is much faster and much harder. You'll see. It's at 1/12, so that's 48 for musicians. Yeah, I'm not too sure how fast that goes. I think 600 BPM. That's pretty fast.
Well, musicians usually don't really say 48s when they're talking about like faster rhythms. It's like, or kind of the tuplet kind of rhythms. It's like we say, I don't know, that's an arrangement of 6 tuplets and not that they are 48s. Because that's too long to say.
The snippets you just saw now there were coming in at 636 BPMs, 1/4 snaps.
This is one of the hardest rice picks, I think.
Yeah, it looks
according
very brutal.
to people. Oh yeah, I'm playing this. Yeah, that's why my score is so low. Usually my replays are really low in accuracy. That's fine.
Oh, what's the story with that name?
I'm not supposed to be commentating. I'm not supposed to. Don't ask me. Oh yeah, I have to shout out someone. I have to shout out Zhong Li from Polo Stars.
What?
It's obligatory for all of my maps. One person at a time.
Yeah, you said that because it's compressed, you have that tar.gs. Because it's a file format that is a combination of like an attack babble.
Yep. Okay, so we're done with this map. The next map is going to be Popper's Chronicle by Pop Masters. The another difficulty, the mapper is Lenpai. This is going to be our mixed rice pick. And this song is just basically a mix of various songs used in pop music, I believe. And just like the various song mixes, the map itself is very varied pattern-wise, and also it's going to frequently change in terms of BPM and rhythm. And yeah, we're probably going to be seeing some very familiar songs here and there. This has just about every rice pattern that you can think of: chord jacks, chord streams, tech patterns, speed streams, polyrhythm patterns, you name it all.
Oh yeah, this isn't 9K, I just realized.
Yeah, this is not upper music, sadly.
Sad.
Oh, this section is really hard to time.
Because of that polyrhythm chord stream.
Yeah,
we should
1/3 and 1/4, something like that.
Yep.
Should let people play on their pop and what's it, pop? I forgot. You know, the controller, the big thing.
Oh yeah, I don't really know what that's called. It might just be called pop and controller. I don't know.
Pop and controller. Yeah, can anyone let us know what that's called? I'm quite curious on that.
Is there a specific name for like sound vortex controllers?
It's like it's built in the machine or something. I don't know. So it wouldn't make sense to have a specific name with it since it's part of like the machine itself. Maybe I'm just confused.
Oh, and here we're coming to the end of the map, which is actually the hardest part of this map. We have a lot of tricky mini jacks, mini chord jacks, actually. Yeah.
Mini chord jack. Yeah, that is pretty tough.
And Jakkad's here with 4 double S V1s in all of his replays.
Yeah, you actually get double S as the rank if you actually get 1 million.
Oh yeah, you do. Yeah.
What? Oh. Okay.
Yeah, we call it in the caster term. We say SS, even though it's not technically an like V2 SS. We just say V1 SS. Just as a way of highlighting a score. Since, you know, it's actually kind of hard to get a V2 SS in an actual game. I'm not sure if we have ever seen that, but we should move on towards the next one, which is going to be Rio Supercell Love is War, a song you might be familiar with if you've played 4K at least, I'm sure.
Also, shoutouts to E.T. Blocko.
Blocko, yeah.
It's insane play. What? He hasn't missed yet.
Oh, that's because he has low accuracy compared to what he normally gets because he's only playing with using his fingernail.
Ah, okay.
Wow.
This is just woke up, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
This map
Anyways,
not one
has LN sections and also rice sections. You actually kind of see where the rice section comes in at the chorus. Outside the chorus is actually very LN heavy. So you'll see the chorus is actually quite easy if you're a rice player. I always say from a perspective of a rice player. I'm a rice player.
Yeah, this is going to be like a very tough mix of all sorts of LN patterns. We did see a bunch of inverses or semi-inverses before, and yeah, it's just kind of a mishmash of different LN pattern spurts and all of that stuff.
I would also add, I would also add that this map is probably the one that contains the most amount of inverse sections in our pool. As you can see, there are a lot of inverse sections. Yep.
Yeah.
We do not have a full inverse map sadly, in this map pool, but it still does feature a significant amount.
It's a very clear problem when you have 3 commentators.
And it's also a problem with just 2. And it just sometimes comes amplified with more mats. As
Maybe
I
you should
always
just
say,
invite more.
more is merrier. The more the merrier, you know?
Exactly.
You gotta be watching out for the ending. That's where I failed.
Oh, did you actually play this map before?
Yeah, I played. I mean, I'm not ET Blocko. You know. Yeah.
Yeah. We all can't say we are ET Blocko. That's an honor only for ET Blocko.
Yeah, I mean, Blocko is probably only using 0.1% of his power here.
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
Yeah, this section is brutal.
Yeah, the L and inverse.
Yeah. Accidentally missed.
Well, that's actually good that we did not have... We ended column locking, because now you don't have to die immediately.
And so with that, this is the end of the non-tiebreaker picks. Oh no, what's happening? We still have to do a tiebreaker showcase. So
where's me? Where is it though?
Oh no, no tiebreaker.
Oh,
no tiebreaker. Well,
we'll just assume that
tiebreakers. Now when we'll be doing tiebreakers, we just decide on the base of a flipped coin who will be winning.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. Okay, so moving on to the tiebreaker, who will be the one to introduce this evening?
Me.
Should you be the one? Yep.
Me. But where?
Yeah. Where
it's
is?
Okay. It's okay. How's your day been?
What? How's my day? Did you ask me? What did you say, please?
How's your day been?
Oh, well, I woke up very recently after having like 12 hours of sleep. Oh, we're ready, yeah.
We're ready, okay. Let's go. Here's my map. Here we go. Final map.
Yeah. Evening himself.
Me, I mapped it, I played it, and there's my storyboard.
And you took the picture too, so it got your name all over it.
Everything except Silent Room. Very nice song.
Yeah.
This will be the boss song at star rating 8. And we are still at the quarterfinals.
8 stars in quarterfinals? What?
What?
Quarterfinals? This is gonna be fun. Oh, this is a beautiful map. Such a beautiful map. The storyboard, replay, everything. I'm praising myself, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, this. Okay, so back to the map. I'm playing really badly, whatever. First half, we got the first half, and then we got the second half. I'll explain the second half later. But the first half, right? It's pretty much everything: hybrids, frills, rolls, releases, control. Well, not much LNs really. Though I'm missing on them.
The LNs just seems to come in short bursts, and they're not like super present throughout, I'd say. And now we got basically all Rise with Jax and Court Stream. Got it all.
If anyone in the chat does recognize Evening's other very famous map, Peacebreaker by Zai, I'd say the Rise difficulty of this is actually quite similar to Peacebreaker's Rise difficulty in the beginning sections.
That's a finals pick from like, I don't know when. We have come a really long way. Yeah.
And
So you might have noticed the background. This is actually taken by me in Singapore at Wheelock Place. It's a really nice place. So this background will keep on scrolling up until the end of the map. This is a very nice visual, by the way. So we are almost ending the first half. This is a really long song. My
Oh wow,
goodness,
that
there's
long
so
note
much.
section.
yeah, it's not the. Oh yeah, that is
Oh,
brutal.
this long note looks tricky.
Oh, wait till you see the next one.
Yep.
Hey, we are done with normal Nelv. So I'll take this time to shout out Xiao from Genshin Impact and his 36-piece cosplay apparel.
Nice.
Entering the second part of the map. It's gonna be fun. It's an entirely different map. There's a little bit of a callback of a pattern, but those are amplified. So the second half of the map is one dan higher than the first one. So let's
So
see.
it actually gets more difficult than what
Wow.
we just saw.
Yeah.
So this one
And
is
nice
the,
storyboard.
the full remaster. 6 minutes. We're at the 3-minute mark. So my accuracy now is 97. Just note that. It's gonna drop. Storyboard is going up even further. We're introing
Yes.
into the second section. It's gonna be chaos, and I mean real chaos of a pattern. It's gonna be fully tech with elements and everything, and flams and graces, whatever.
Flams and
still gonna
crits,
be
they're the same
smooth.
thing.
So we're soon gonna be approaching a very techie section, if I recall correctly.
Super techy.
Super techie. Oh my god.
Oh wow, those bursts. How are you supposed to act them? What?
just full combo, you know. Accuracy, I mean, does it really matter if you can full combo the map?
Yeah, it does not really matter in 7K. It's just don't miss.
Here comes
And-
the LN.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
that
the-
is brutal.
Ellen's here.
Yeah, the
Or-
second half LNs is much harder than the first half. The first half, I would say, is more Rice focused, but every part of this map is segmented on its own portion, so you can kind of tell where is the LN part and where is the hybrid and the Rice. So here's the Rice.
Yeah.
And the rice is also spiced up. It's upgraded from before.
It's one of the easiest parts for me.
And then
Here
we
we go,
just
the LNs.
best.
Uh-oh.
Fortunately, because we have the Score V2 update, we are not going to be seeing a lot of column locks that we're seeing right here with evening's replay.
Yeah, this
I'm not sure
replay
if
was
that's
not
column
updated.
walking or not playing well.
I think that was a column lock as we just saw. But
So much
Yeah,
symmetry on
it's-
this.
this just means that all the future tiebreakers. Oh boy.
Don't have to care about column knocks anymore. Let's just put full inverses.
Yeah, exactly.
Hint.
We're going to have. Was that one map? Was it Quelia something? It's just a map with just inverse chord streams at 220 BPM.
And the ending here is now just a short burst of quasi-inverse LNs.
95?
And we see
95.
Evening slowly dropping in accuracy.
90.
LNs. Oh,
Oh, thank
Oh.
God.
oh,
Oh. Will he release too early?
oh.
Oh my
Exactly,
God, he got
95.
yes.
So with that,
Alright.
we have the end of the quarterfinals map pool showcase. So as you can see here, the quarterfinals this year is actually quite difficult compared to around 2 or 3 years ago.
Quite.
say.
It's very difficult. I will say it's like 2 stages above.
It's actually, yeah, I'd say it's actually like over around semifinals tier from last time. So
Well,
wait,
wait
we
till
are.
you see our final map poll intent.
And
Alright.
so with that, yep.
I think we're done for today and this week indeed. So look forward to the quarterfinals. We'll be having some more matches and you'll see all of these maps in action. That will be very exciting, so don't miss, and remember, buy banners.
So we will be seeing everyone in next week, I believe, Friday or Saturday, depending on where you live, I believe. Well, the scheduling isn't out yet, but it's probably going to be somewhere around that.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Next weekend
That's
it
it?
is. See you guys.
I don't have a good sign off.
Yeah, I don't have a good sign off either. Thanks for tuning
Yes.
in.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.